Two wild Yinzers kicking through the door, loud like a jag-off at a Pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burb with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Two dumb Yinzers, loud and proud, heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome back to the show. Episode 1003, opening day of Steelers training camp. Yeah, baby.
Derpy.
Yeah. There's no turning back now, baby. There's no turning back now.
Oh, we are in the thick of it now, boys.
We are in the thick of it. There's no going back now.
No.
There's no going back now. Good day to ya. What's up?
Should have never given you the derpy button.
Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 1003 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. Welcome back. I want to say to you today, this is the opening day of Steelers training camp.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Mike, from here on out, it's camp, it's preseason, it's regular season, it's playoffs, maybe even a Valentine's Day Super Bowl.
You know, what more could you give the person you love more than a Super Bowl?
I agree.
I mean, like, nothing says romance like a Steelers Super Bowl.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I think Super Bowl Sunday on Valentine's Day is the perfect gift for your Yinzer lady or man.
I agree. Welcome to the show, everybody. Glad to see people walking through the door right now. I do want to say what's up to Somber, all the way from Los Angeles, California. Somber says, I like turtles.
That's I like turtles. Might be one of my favorite clips.
Good day to you, sir, all the way from the great West Coast. My man, always great seeing Somber on the Terrible Board. I do want to say what's up also, and welcome to the Terrible Board, Steelers Guy. Steelers Guy says, we're going to win this year. I couldn't agree with you more, Steelers Guy. I think we're going to win a lot of football games. I think we're being overlooked, and I think that's going to play to our advantage. As camp kicks off today for the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, showing up yesterday, some early excitement, to say the least, yesterday as things started getting kicked off. However, we are here. The team is in town. They are on the field in St. Vincent College in Latrobe in Westmoreland County here in Western Pennsylvania. There's no going back now. There's no going back. Good day to you all. I want to go right here and say what's up to Yinzer Joe. He says, yeah, let's go. What's up, Yinzers? I hope everyone is doing okay. Even Ty, I think, I hope the Ty is okay as well. Nice seeing you, as always, the original OG Yinzer Joe, my man. Great seeing you today, sir. Hope you're having a good one. Tortilla Jackson, all the way from Sacramento, California. He says Tyrone requested a trade. Is he locking? Is he locking in? Is he going to not be participating? I don't know what's going on with Ty. I hope we see him, but you know what? I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
Ty is about to be traded and join Tater and being a 49ers fan.
Come on. Come on. Sup, ladies? What's up, ladies? What's up? What's going on, Diesel? 56-year-old, my man. Always great seeing you. I know the Diesel is ready for the big season as camp is kicking off today in full swing. This is the acclimation period today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. And then Monday they'll be back, of course, with padding. full pads. Mike, I don't know if it's going to matter after the news that we got yesterday, but we're going to get into that and so much more today. A lot going on about this Pittsburgh Steelers team in its first day at camp. Mike is keeping an eye on the fresh news coming out of camp every 10, 15 minutes or so. He's going to keep us updated with any and every bit of interesting news about our Pittsburgh Steelers while they are at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, guys, kicking off their camp on the field as we speak. Also, just real quick for our Pirates fans in the house, they are also at it right now. 12:35 start for the Buccos in the rubber game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. If the Pirates could win this one, they'll be back in the playoff spot that they and Arizona are fighting for. So we're going to hope that it's going to be a good afternoon for all of our players in Pittsburgh, whether they are wearing helmets, whether they are swinging bats, whatever the case is, guys. It's a big day in Pittsburgh for our sports teams. Again, the Steelers, they're at it today. Big news, and Mike will keep us up to date on all the fresh information coming out of camp. Michael, how are you today on this first day of camp?
I am great. This is perfect. I love Mike McCarthy's early practices because practice literally just ended 4 minutes ago. So we have all the scoops ready to go. Anything that comes trickling in, I'll put it out there. Somber beat me to the punch. Drew Aller capping off the practice with a touchdown pass with 4 seconds left to go, the 2-minute drill. So, from everything that I've seen, it looked like it was a good practice. So, it's awesome. Everything's looking good. A lot
behind her hair. Nobody's ever seen her. She's been this big mystery. And now we're finding out that she gave him the okay, Mike. He was given the okay by his wife to play again this year. We'll get into that and some more here shortly, but let me catch up on the board. I want to say what's up to everybody. I'm not quite sure what the lag is about. I apologize. I'm seeing this on the board. Andrew Joe and Sombring both letting me know about the lag. I'm not real sure. We apologize. Mike is going to work on that as we speak. As I welcome everybody into the door today. Welcome back, guys. Welcome. This is episode 1003 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. And Somber is saying, I think we're back on track. So
I just pulled up the stream on my end on my phone. It looks to be running smooth as well. Yeah. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, fellas.
Sounds good. Steelers guy, Mike, he's saying 17-0. And you know what? It's early, and I'm still optimistic enough. I'm going to roll with that. And I'm going to say 17-0 this year for our Steelers. We'll see how it plays out. Let's ask me in a couple weeks. Ask me in a month or so. Ask me in 6 weeks how I feel. But right now, Steelers guy, I'm right there with you. We're going to go 17-0 this year, baby. That's right. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the Terrible Board. Glad to have you here. Somber, my man, says this. Rudolph comes in for a play, incomplete back of the end zone. Same with Howard. Then Aller comes in, throws a touchdown. Batanyan down the seam to end the practice. I feel like he needed that. Good way to end the day. Somber, we do appreciate your updates. As always, my friend. Somber, always on top of things. Thank you for that, man. He says this to follow. He says Aller also threw the first interception at camp earlier. So things are underway, guys. There's no question about it. Mike, the workout yesterday when apparently Joey Porter tweaked his back. This is all behind us. The guys showing up in tanks and helicopters and hot air balloons, that's behind us. The offseason, Mike, 198 days separated from the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers played a meaningful game. It's on like Donkey Kong, baby. Here we are. First day of camp just wrapped up. As I said, Mike and probably Somber will keep us up to date on a lot of the most up-to-date information coming out of camp today, as it did just wrap up. And if you do go through the beginning of the messages, you can catch a little bit that happened today about our quarterbacks, at least. We'll continue to get into that a lot more today. Welcome, everybody. Let me continue down on the board. Yinzer Joe says this. Tyrone is faking an injury, waiting for contract talks. Con says says contracts are not imminent, and I hope that's not the case. I already miss Tyrone. I already do. I hope he's okay, but yeah, something we'll be keeping our eye on. I do also want to say what's up to Ella. Ella, hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Terrible Board. Glad to have you here. Glad to see you. I know if you're here, you're probably just as excited about the Steelers as we are, and we're glad to have you, Ella. Welcome. Ella Othea, 91. Welcome to the show. Let's go to Logan. Logan Melson, welcome. Welcome back to the show. Great to see you as well. He says, so actually, and I'm going to continue to go down and find him. He says, I've ridden a Steelers coaster, like the steel curtain at Kennywood. I've never ridden it.
That would have to be, that's the only one that I can think of.
That's pretty awesome, Logan. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here, and I'm glad to see that you were on the Steeler roller coaster. That is pretty awesome. Let me know if it's at Kennywood. I think that's very interesting. Let's continue down. Let's go to Ella. Ella says, I like this podcast. And you know what, Ella? We like you too. Thank you so much for the compliment, and we're glad to see you here.
Thank you.
Somber says, practice just ended. He says, now I'm sad. But it's got to feel good, though. Don't it, Somber? We just went through 198 days. We're finally back to something meaningful. So at the end of the day, practice is over, but I'll take it. We're here, baby. Tomorrow, of course, day 2. If you are heading over to St. Vincent College in Latrobe, right here in Western Pennsylvania, in Westmoreland County, the parking lot will open up in the morning at 8:15. Also, the gates open up at 8:30, I do believe, 8:30. There is no cost. Everybody could go. The one thing that you do have to do is register, though. Go on Steelers.com or Ticketmaster and get registered before you get in. Otherwise, they're going to bug you. So you're going to want to do that. It is free. It's 100% free, guys. If you're heading out there, again, tomorrow, day 2 of Camp Monday, the pads are coming on. Again, I'm not sure how much that's going to play into things, but again, we'll talk about that and so much more as we go on. Logan has gone on the Steeler roller coaster. That is freaking awesome, man. That is awesome. Go Steelers, Ella. Great to have you. Let's go right here to Somber. Says extreme lag for me. We did get that all taken care of. Just Learning. Also want to say what's up to you, sir. Always great seeing Just Learning on the terrible board. Mark Malone, I think we got it figured out. If it starts messing up again, let us know. I do believe it is better. Hopefully. Let's go here. Vertical stream is working fine, Tortilla says. I do want to say what's up to Jinx. Jinx Blackout wins W Steelers. That's right, big baby. Steelers with Mike, a lot of dubs this year. I hope they're going to go in under the radar because I'm going to give you some news today that's going to make you say, what? They're saying what about our Steelers? We're going to get into that and so much more. Let's continue down. Let's go right here to Mark Malone. He says, seems better already. Thank you, sir. We appreciate the feedback. Jinx, I love the Steelers. You're in the right place, Jinx. We're glad to have you. We're glad to see you on the terrible board. Welcome to the show as we get ready for this Pittsburgh Steelers 2026 campaign just right around the corner. Again, guys, 46 days until the Steelers kick off at home against the Atlanta Falcons and only 15 days till we kick off at preseason game against the Green Bay Packers at home. So that's 2 weeks, 1 day. If you're keeping track, it's right around the corner, guys. Let's go right here to Tortilla. He says, had me looking stupid reaching for service. Tortilla's walking all around Sacramento, California, trying to find his spot. But you know what? We wouldn't have it any other way. Great to see you, as always, Tortilla. Let's go here to Jinx. Jinx says this. I made a edit about DK Metcalf. Metcalf fan? Jinx? And what's the edit? Let us know. I do also want to say what's up. What's going on to Felicia? Felicia in the house. I do want to say, she says, hey, Mark Malone and Somber. Felicia, great to see you back. Great to have you on the terrible board. I know that you're excited. I know everybody's excited, Mike. Again, your microphone is not on.
Sorry, everyone should be. My kid came in. don't need him, stealing the show and annoying everyone. But no, everyone should be excited. Looks like from what I am seeing in reports, the defense had really good practice today. PQ, I just scrolled across the video. He looked really good in pass coverage. Had a nice little tip that led to an interception. TJ Watt was looking pretty good on some pass rushing. So was Alex Highsmith. So the defense was looking really, really good. They were flying around on the field from what I am reading in some of the videos that I'm seeing.
All right, good deal. Mike is keeping us up to date. Again, they just finished up practice. If you go to the beginning of the chat, up on the board, you can see how some of the things wrapped up. Some quarterback news, as Somber did fill us in, guys. We will have all the most fresh news that does come out throughout the course of the show. It's all here. It's all year long, guys. Again, thank you for joining us. Let me get down here a little bit further down on the board. I do want to say welcome back to Felicia. Great to have you. Great to see you on the terrible board. We're all ready, baby. We're all ready for some Pittsburgh Steelers time. Let's go here to Somber. Hey, Felicia. Tortilla says, bye, Felicia. Let's go here. He says, I'm sorry. I had to. And you know what? I don't blame you. And I got to be honest, I'm sure Felicia probably doesn't mind much anymore. But that is something that, again, here's one real quick, Mike, not Steeler related. But have you seen right here on YouTube the video that Ice Cube's son and Chris Tucker's son made for the draft? And it was a parody of Friday. And it was in the neighborhood. It was on the porch. Of course, Debo couldn't be there, but Terry Crews was there, who ended up being Damien in the third Friday movie. But if you haven't seen this, it's about a 2-minute draft commercial for the Rams. It's promoting the Rams draft. Go check it out. It's actually really good. It's got Cube's son. It's got Chris Tucker's son. And again, it's got players. There's guys, Kevin Dotson, of course, the former Steeler, some different things. If you like the movie Friday, I would certainly recommend checking it out right here on YouTube. It takes a couple of minutes. I think you'll love it. If you love football, and like myself, if you love Friday, again, welcome, Felicia. Let me grab a couple more here, Mike. Let's see what's going on. No harm, Somber. Hey, Tortilla. Just Learning says Steelers over Green Bay in the Super Bowl, 33-24. What was the last one? It was like 31-25, 31-26. Against Green Bay. Finchy, what's up in the house? Right here from the crew. Finchy, my man, he says, what up, Steeler Nation? Everybody glad to see Finch. Hope things are going for you. I do know that Finch is ready for Steeler season. Was it in pads today, Yinzer Joe? It is not. It was not going to be pads until Monday. Today, tomorrow, through the weekend, it is going to be no pads. This is the acclimation period, and then on Monday, they will be back in pads. Not tackling, but they'll be in pads. We'll
they'll be popping. They said they'll be hitting, they'll be thumping, but no tackling. That's tackling. What McCarthy was saying is like they're not going to tackle, but they are going to hit.
Yes, I guess that's again we'll get into that here shortly. Let's also go to Somber. Somber says this. Haha, I'm happy we're in the swing of things again. There was an empty spot in my heart, as was mine. I'm such a demented person. This is all I want to do. I just talk about Steelers until they come back. So one day I'm like, told Mike, let's do a Steelers show. That way we can talk about Steelers all year round. Yeah, but that's just me. Let's continue forward. Let's go right here.
You're a psychopath.
I am a psychopath. Let's go right here to
Felicia.
There's anything wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Felicia says, trust me, bye, Felicia. Doesn't have the bite it used to. I can imagine that. But still, nonetheless, great name. Always great to see Felicia. Let's go right here to Mark Malone, the man, the myth, the mustache in the heezy baby. Mark Malone, he says, I don't think so, Joe. And there was no practice today in pads, guys. That will be Monday. Monday. Let's go down here to Somber pads next week. Tortilla Finch, what's up? Somber says, the Finchster. Kenneth says, hey, guys, 17-0. Okay. It's fun. It's fun to dream a little bit. Of course, the fourth quarter heart attacks will probably be back and affecting us all here pretty soon. So right now, I'm gonna roll with this 17-0. I'm gonna keep tunnel vision until that happens.
I'm going 20-0. We're winning the whole thing. You got to win 3 more after the 17.
So you were saying that it's going to be better than the New England Patriots when they went 19-18-1 or whatever the hell they went.
Yeah, they even lost. Well, they lost that Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and better than the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go right here. Let's go to, the Dolphins didn't lose any games. They completed the whole process flawless. Let's go here to the original OG Yinzer Joe. He says, Rudolph's the goat. I mean, likes goats. Yinzer Joe, my man. Also, let's go right here to Felicia. Has anyone been on the Legends of Pittsburgh cruise? I have been on 2, and yes, it's pricey, but the amount of players to be one-on-one with it is worth it. I have not, and you know what? That sounds amazing.
Well, they won't let you on the boat.
That's what I was just going to say.
They're like, no, sir, no. Like, we'll talk to you on the podcast, but no, you are not allowed on the boat.
That was my first thought exactly.
Like, you and Derpy got to stand on the shore.
Look,
you got to stand on you two got to ride. You got to row in a dinghy behind the cruise ship.
Maybe I'll have Derpy show his titties for maybe to get us some leverage.
Ooh, that might not work.
I have not though, Felicia. I'm gonna look into it. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I got some scoop from training camp. You want to hear?
All right, here we go.
Okay, we got some stuff here. Aaron Rodgers is going to be on a pitch count.
Yes, I do have that information.
Okay, I didn't know if you had that.
Anything that happened toward camp, anything regarding players, anything like that would be great.
Okay, yeah, I got Roger Jones actually practiced in drills, and he worked with the second team at left tackle.
Okay. That's interesting because, again, that was going to be a question of mine. Now that Broad has been cleared, where does this because I was expecting him not to be available.
Yeah.
Certainly right now. So, again, this kind of makes things interesting, Mike.
Yeah, so in a corollary move, Max was working with the second and third teams at right tackle. I think he had 1 rep at right tackle. The starting offensive line is what it was in OTAs. Left to right, it was, Fatano, McCormick, Frazier, Anderson, and Dylan Cook. And McCarthy said before practice, don't pay like don't read a whole lot into who starts, who rotates, where and when. We want to move guys around and put them in different positions, but it's looking like Fatano is not moving from left side, and it looks like Mad Max is not moving from right. So everything else is kind of interchangeable. Even Brock Hoffman took a couple snaps at center with the ones, probably just to get everyone acclimated with each other at this stage of the game.
What's the chances? Listen, I don't want to do this, but I have to. I'm cynical, Mike. Here's kind of a thought that I had. Doesn't it seem right that, and listen, don't shoot me.
Yeah.
But doesn't it seem, and I don't want to say right, but I could just see we have a nice situation happening. We do have our rookie right tackle, Max, that's getting his work at right. We're getting Troy back on the left-hand side. And now Broderick is healthy. Tell me this isn't the situation where somebody gets injured in one of the two positions right now.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. As a Steeler fan.
Yeah, in the way we have been battling injuries the past couple of years, in the way our first rounders have been getting dinged up the past couple of years, it kind of makes me nervous, but also like, hey, if Broju is coming back healthy, okay, now we have someone. Dylan Cook showed he was capable. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would suck because we're already seeing guys getting carted off the field already in other teams. Guys that are potentially out for the year that are supposed to be key contributors for those teams. I don't want any of that to happen to our guys. If we can make it through this training camp with just minor bumps and bruises, that's huge for us because Harmon came out injured last year. Before that, we lost Fatanu for a year. Before that, we had like Roman Wilson.
I was going to Mike. It was every year for the past.
Every year, someone that we were hoping to see. Yeah,
take it all the way back to Corey Trice. Yes, he wasn't somebody that we were relying heavily on, but this was 4 years ago. It really was every year. Fatanu the next year was a rookie out all year. Roman Wilson rookie out all year. Also, Will Howard.
Will Howard, Calvin Austin third. It just a litany of guys. So, like you said, like in the back of our minds, you got to be thinking, "Oh God, we finally get this guy back." Who's going to be the next man up for this injury that we've been dealing with for years?
So I'm just glad maybe hearing that Broderick is back again. Whatever you feel about Broderick, maybe it's a good thing to have him back just at this point in the game anyway. Because as you said, Mike, people are getting carted off in their own respective camps as we speak. So keep the injury bug out of Pittsburgh this year. If we want any chance, we got to keep that injury bug out.
Because if he stays healthy, the rest of the guys at tackle stay healthy, and he shows that he can still play at an NFL level, but Fatano's shown why. He was also drafted in the first round. Max is showing great improvement, and Dylan Cook showed that he kind of locked down that right side until Max is ready to take over. You could potentially maybe flip Broderick Jones for some draft picks this year. If he's playing well and teams lose a tackle of their own or they need an upgrade at left tackle, he could be that rundown property that you buy, put up, some fresh coat of drywall up, fresh coat of paint up, and flip them before they found out that the foundation is not that great. If everyone stays healthy and he plays well, he could be a potential trade candidate.
Let's continue on the board. I want to keep caught up today. Martin Malone, hey, Felicia. And then he says Finchmeister. Then Vegas, also great seeing Vegas all the way from Las Vegas in the Heezy. He says this: everybody needed to be changed. Going 0 for a decade in the playoffs is horrible. You're right. I mean, I think it's everybody, whatever your opinion was on everything. I think right now people are happy. They're starting to see a change in the way the team is operating. So again, I think everybody knew. And listen, don't get me wrong. I know that people loved Coach T. And at the end of the day, I think that people just kind of felt it was time to move on. There was a certain staleness to the team, unfortunately for Coach T and company. But right now, people are optimistic. We are day one of training camp, Mike. There's no stopping it now. Again, they go today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. They'll come back Monday, August 3rd with pads on. So again, big things coming up here, certainly for Steeler Nation moving forward. Somber says that sounds dope, Felicia. Of course, going back to Felicia's comments on the Legend of Pittsburgh's cruise, which I think sounds freaking awesome. Let's continue down. Let's go Just Learning. He said the 4 horsemen quarterbacks. We do have Foe. That's right. Hey, fellas, great seeing you. Felicia. Vegas, he says this: I am a boy, Damon. Let's go here to Tortilla. He says sleeping on the boat sounds scary as fuck. How long are you on that boat anyway? I'm not, who knows? Somber says this. He says, I was giving play-by-play updates in a different pod before y'all went live and was getting ignored while they talked about what happened yesterday. LOL, never again. That's why I like it more here. And this is what we thrive on, is the voice of Steeler Nation. This is what makes this show run. I say that all the time, and I mean that all the time. This show is ran by the voice of Steeler Nation, guys. So keep it up, and we're going to continue to do what we do for you, and it's all going to be good, and we're all going to be celebrating on Valentine's Day, hopefully, this year. Let's go back here to Felicia. She says, cool, thanks for the info after the show. I will check it out. Show. Let's go here to Mark Malone. No, it's peaceful as a motherfucker, Tortilla. Let's go down to Vegas. Said NCAA 27 would not let me make the Hershey squirts. They said it's against their profanity rule, which is kind of bullshit, right? I want my team to be the Hershey Squirts. Let it be the Hershey Squirts. Come on. It's mine. You know what I mean? Let's continue down. Let's go here to Felicia. Felicia says this. Wow, I have to agree with Mark Malone. Sleeping on a boat is peaceful.
Look at the 2W Yinzers show, bringing people together.
Who are we bringing together?
Felicia and Mark Malone. She said she had to agree with them.
Yeah.
She came in yesterday. It's like, Mark, you're on your bullshit everywhere.
And I still haven't found. Yeah, we still haven't. We haven't agreed or came eye to eye with Mark Malone yet, and we've been with him for years. So this is a positive. It's a plus. Let's continue. And that does sound very peaceful. I know sleeping near the ocean is peaceful, but on a boat, I can see it. I love sleeping on the water. Mark says. Also, Somber says I got the best sleep ever on deployment. Vegas says the Giants defense won both of those Super Bowls. Their defense was good. Let's go to Fire Channel Vaughn YouTube. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. He says, how's Rico looking? As far as I know, Rico's looking good. Of course, today was the first day that we did participate in camp. Mike, do you see anything on Rico Dowdle in the fresh wire coming through?
No, not a whole lot. And just that he just had a couple carries, but nothing really for the backers or for the running backs. Excuse me. It was more the passing game and more or less like actually the passing defense holding their own against the new look offense. Cole Holcomb started at middle linebacker. He had a deflection led to a pick for Peyton Wilson. Like I said earlier, I think PQ had an interception. Asante Samuel's looking really good back there, breaking passes up in the defense, but not a whole lot in the running game today. It seemed like more passing game they were working on. I think McCarthy said that the emphasis today was to work on the 2-minute drill. So it's kind of where they left off in OTAs. He wanted to pick up where they left off, working on that part of the game. So it's just a lot of passing attack. I'm sure once we get into as it goes on, we'll see more and more of the backers.
All right, we'll keep you updated. There you go. Some scoop on Rico. And also I'm seeing right here from Somber. Somber says this on the terrible board. Only heard about Rico once on a check down. Nothing crazy with the running backs pads. Even then, no hitting. So that as of right now, again, very, very early in camp, just completing day 1 of camp today. It'll continue tomorrow, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. They'll be off Sunday, back at it Monday. In pads, again, if you were going 8:30, the gates open up. 8:15, the parking lot opens up at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Absolutely free, but don't forget to register before you make the trek to camp in Westmoreland County, because again, you do have to have registration. You could do it either by Steelers.com or by way of Ticketmaster.com. Continuing down, I do want to say what's up to Tater. Tater is a lot more likable since he's not been a Browns fan anymore. Yeah. Tater, how are you, my friend? I don't hesitate to call you my friend now because you're no longer a Browns fan. Tater, hope things are going well for you across the pond as Tater's checking in from Northern Ireland. The more the merrier, man. Of course, talking about the tackles. Injuries happen. One play away all the time, guys. Kenneth, my man Kenneth Jones says train Roderick Jones at guard. You know, when somebody such like a big guy like that, can you imagine seeing Broderick Jones and then a midget playing behind him like a Russell Wilson or a Bryce Young? Could you imagine? Can you imagine seeing that? Let's go right here. Let's go to Felicia. She says, according to Kabuli, TJ Watt had reps on the left side and right side during the team practice. And that's also interesting, Felicia, because this morning I was reading that TJ Watt has been watching a good bit of Max Crosby. Max Crosby, you might ask, but he did play under the Patrick Graham defense out in Las Vegas for the past, few years, however long that they've been together. So TJ had stated that he was been watching a lot of Max Crosby footage. So Mike, again, at least you're listen. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors 100% of the time, but these things are encouraging. That does sneak out to guys like us who say that TJ Watt hasn't moved out of the same spot in 9 years. They planned on doing it. It never happened. I like the encouraging news. He's watching Max. He's getting the word here, Mike, that they're moving him around according to Felicia on the board. So these are encouraging things for me because I want TJ to start making his numbers make sense when you compare him next to his price tag.
Yeah.
The past few years, that hasn't been happening. So these are some encouraging things to hear about TJ Watt.
They're encouraging to hear, but, like Vanilla Thunder tweeted out, the preacher has heard Vanilla Thunder say his wedding vows 4 times. And, it holds the same weight as TJ Watt saying, I'm excited to move around the defense. Preacher and I will believe it when we see it because he says it all, for the past 2 off seasons now, like, hey, yeah, I'm willing to move around. Then he never moves around, or he does it once and then it goes, no, I want to be back over here. I will believe it when I see it. I think he's more open to it now because it was this, everything has changed. So why not? Everything else has changed. I should change too.
Absolutely.
But I'm still in the with that though. I'm in the see it before I believe it type thing.
See, with me, I kind of believe. Listen, I don't. Again, I don't know. I'm not a sightseer. I'm not a future teller, but I do know this. If you're at your workplace and you get accustomed to ways of doing things, and then somebody says, well, let's do it different. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'll try. But you kind of tend to go back to the way that you were.
Yeah.
If a new person comes along as your boss, you don't have that well, maybe I'll just kind of go back to what I was doing, or maybe and kind of slide back.
Yeah.
I do like the dynamic of being a new system, being a new defensive coordinator, being a new head coach overall, because maybe those problems will get fixed, Mike, where you can come comfortable. And again, I'm just a nobody. Can you imagine if you was multi-gazillionaire like a lot of these players are, and somebody's telling you to change what you did, the whole entire change what you did when it got you to where you are in life? Sometimes you could possibly fall back into your ways. So again, if there's anything that makes me think, Mike, that this is going to work out for him, and again, by the things I'm reading, it's good. But as you stated, I mean, we're going to have to see it. I'm leaning towards I'm leaning towards maybe this is finally going to get fixed. Again, we don't know. I can't see the future. But if TJ Watt moves around a little bit more on that defense, how can it not be beneficial?
It would be very beneficial. I just hope it happens. I wouldn't see it because it's going to free up a lot of other guys to be able to blitz from different spots. You're not going to know what anyone's going to do. And then when you see those guys drop back more into coverage like they used to, like 4 or 5 years ago, those guys would constantly drop back into coverage, and they went away from that the past couple of years. So if they get back to that, it's going to be very encouraging to see. I just hope it happens because I saw that report and I'm like, I've heard this song and dance before,
but it's totally different, Mike.
It's totally different. But the players still hold a lot of they hold a lot of sway.
All right, I'm leaning toward it's going to be fixed. You're leaning toward it's not. You have to see it. I have to see it to believe as well.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more optimistic.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very hopeful. But when you've been burned multiple times, like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
But it's not the same story. It's a whole different book. So again, I lean toward. I think it's going to make a difference. Let's get back on the board here. Let's go to Tater. Tater says, "Dude has a stutter." I'm not real sure. Tater always coming out of left field with his comments. Let's go here to Mark Malone. I don't know how that doubled. Okay, I see what you're saying. About Mark, it's all good. Somber says, yeah, TJ put Cook on his butt from the right side today with the long arm rush. All right. Let's go right here to Felicia. Felicia says, Somber, that sounds good and bad, but Cook got to learn now while it doesn't count against him. You're right. You're right. You are right. Let's go here to Vegas. Did Eli do anything? Of course, in the Giants Super Bowls that was spoke about earlier. I don't know.
Eli Heidenreich.
Oh, okay. Is that who he's talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
I just know that we were talking about Giants Super Bowls, and all of a sudden, did Eli do anything? And he did not. As a matter of fact, he chucked up a couple balls that got caught on helmets and everything else. But beside the point, Mike, any word on Eli hiding?
No, I didn't see like anything
Okay.
like him wowing. It's more or less just like it seemed more quarterback and wide receiver and tight end heavy today.
Vegas also says this. He says there'll be a lot of first down passing this year. I in Arnuo, I couldn't agree more, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. I think you got to be able to pass on first downs, and you just do. You just do. Otherwise, you have 9 people in the box teeing up on you every first down, and again, at the end of the day, why not do something different? Let's go to Felicia. She says Vegas. The news said Eli practiced, but nothing wowing to say. Also, Yinzer Joe said this. Wait a minute. Another quarterback did a check down to a running back besides Rodgers. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit ever again. It's the 2 words check down ever in that order as long as I live. Thanks, Felicia. Let's go to Jen. Great seeing Jen from Milwaukee, from Wisconsin in the house. Great to see Jen. She says, hi, guys. PT done for the day. I got to join you. Yahoo! Steelers back, baby. Glad to see Jen. Glad to hear things are getting better for you. Looking forward to seeing Jen a lot more. Of course, tying up some stuff on her end. But great seeing Jen from Wisconsin in the house. Tater says 32. Again, one of Tater's award-winning comments.
Yes.
Let's go to Yinza Joe. He says this. He says, you guys think about Vita Vea in Tampa. Could we trade Broderick and a pick for him? That would be awesome. I guess in theory we could, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, and he wants a new contract. He's up there in age, so
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love me son Vita Vea. He's a Steeler. He should have been a Steeler. He looks like a Steeler. He has a name that fits in with the Steelers. But there's no chance in hell. I hate to never say never, but this is like one of those, you can say never going to happen type things.
I'm just going to jump to the top real quick. I do want to say what's up to Squeege. Welcome, Squeege. I think he bounced yesterday before I did get to talk to him. I do love what Squeege has going on right here on YouTube. He it's cool. Go check out Squeege TV. As you see his name right there on YouTube. He does video games, football, things like this, and he inserted himself into the football game himself, and it's actually really funny. Go check Squeege out. Great seeing you, brother. Welcome back to the show. Great to see Jen back as well. Let's get moving on the board. Cam says, I'd love to get Vita. He can replace Cam perfectly. Somber says this. They would want a position swap. I think either Highsmith or Benton. That's a no in my opinion. Would you send Benton on the road? I mean, he's probably going elsewhere after the season's over. Again, I think that this is probably pipe dream kind of stuff, Mike, when you're talking about the gentleman from Tampa. But again,
I would.
Keanu Benton probably won't be around.
I'd give you Benton anything outside of the first round for Vea. Go. Let's make it happen.
Somber says, I doubt they'd want Broad, of course. I don't even want Broad, and I'm not a football team. Vegas says black and 3 and a 5 for Vita. Mark Malone, hey Jen, PT's going all right. Corey, what's up, brother? All the way from right here on YouTube as well. Don't drink that. If you're into conspiracy theories, go check out Corey's podcast right here on YouTube. Lots of content the whole way across the board. Doesn't matter what your conspiracy theory pleasure is. Go check out Corey at Don't Drink That right here on YouTube. Jenny in the house. I'm sorry. I did the Jenny thing, Mike. I learned that very early with Jen.
Oh, Jen, I'm just going to let you know. I would never call you Jenny.
But I think it's Jenny with an I and an E. She doesn't mind.
Yeah,
Jenny with a Y.
I'm saying I would never call her Jenny.
Let's go to Mark Malone. Great to hear, of course, about Jen. She says, hey, Mark, PT is going great. Painful as all get up. It's working. Thank you. Squeege, my man, no problem. I enjoy it. I really do. I come over there. I like the commentary. The commentary is the best part. Squeege it's comical. Squeege is he has red hair and he has the commentators. I don't know how he does it. If he does it or whatever he figured out, Mike. It's like you hear the commentary as he made himself a player, and the commentary is like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, Ginger? Or shit like this. It isn't nothing that you would ever hear on TV. So he has something. It's again entertaining. I love it. Keep up the hard work, Squeege. Joe says Vea is 6 years younger than Cam. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that.
Wait, he's 6 years. I swear he's been in the league for 45 years.
Now, Cam has been here a little bit longer than that.
Right? Like I swear I was like 15 years old when Vita joined the league.
Let's go to
Now I'm questioning everything.
Squeech says this. I'm a little late to the party, but what's going on with these injuries? Yeah, of course, the big news yesterday, guys, as the Steelers start showing up, three people in our secondary right out the cut end up on the PUP. Jalen Ramsey with his knee, Dante Kent with a foot, and Joey Porter coming up late with an injury again during the warm-up yesterday. A little tweak in his back. We'll get to that in just a second. But Broderick Jones, he's been cleared, so all is saved, right?
Yeah, all is saved. All hey, that's all. Hey, he slimmed down a little bit, like we were saying yesterday. Put him in at corner, but no, I did see some video of Brojo today. He looked thinner than he was last year, but he looks bulkier than OTAs. So he still has little ways to go to add thickness back to him. But he looked explosive in some of the drills today.
All right, good to hear. Good to hear.
Vita Vea is only 31 years old. I thought he was like 35. My God.
Well, that would put Cam in roughly his 40s, but
yeah, I know. So he's a young pup compared to.
Well, if that's what you're calling 31-year-olds, you've been a Steeler fan too long. Now you're calling 31-year-olds young pups.
I know, right? Hey, Rodgers, Watt, Cam, Malkin, Crosby.
You can't throw Andrew McCutcheon in there anymore, though. Let's move along, though. Let's go. Thank God he's hitting better than half the guys that he could be in their spot. DH I'm talking about.
Is he?
Let's continue. Yes, of course.
I thought he was DFA'd a while ago.
He went to Atlanta. Did you know he's a Brave? Yeah, so there you go. Let's continue on the board. Let's go right here to Vegas. He says this. Vegas, will they ever announce the Ginger Yinzer as he runs onto the field, or as that word derogatory towards those poor, unfortunate, redheaded people? Squeege is probably going to have to respond, and I do see he did message, so we will get down to that in just a moment. Vegas, Yinzer Joe says team's value left tackle. I think Broderick makes a good comeback. He can be a nice trade piece. And again, every player is just one snap away from potentially a career-ending injury, Mike. It's not, so to have the extra bodies, Dylan Cook, Broderick Jones available right now in camp, I like it. I like the that being healthy. Let's continue here to, I'm going to come down to Squeege. Squeege says this. I essentially type out everything the commentator says and then put a voice filter on it. It's very time-consuming, but it's really fun. The things you could do with your own. Dude, that's pretty awesome. I really get into that when I watch it. It's very entertaining. Keep it up. Check out Squeege. As you see his name on the terrible board, go check him out right here on the tube. Mark Malone says Brojo needs to go on a derpy diet. Mike, a derpy diet.
Yeah, I think that would help.
On a derpy diet?
Yeah, at least the calories. Get the calories in. But, I'm sure they have pretty good some nutritionists there that will get him the right food, and they have a good weight program. But, get the calories in, get bulked up, put him on a derpy diet. Yeah, he'll be ready to go.
All right, let me grab a couple more messages, and we're going to get into some topics. Mike, right here. Corey says JPJ with the ASJ energy. Let's go here to Felicia. Felicia says, okay, guys, just for shits and giggles, Baker Mayfield didn't sign an extension with the Bucs. He looks to be a free agent. Listen, right out the top, Felicia, I was into this. That was when I initially heard the news about him, possibly becoming available after this season. I liked it a lot, actually. I think that Baker's kind of underrated in his own kind of way. And then, Mike, I looked at his numbers from last year. Baker Mayfield although he was 10th in passing and 7th in passing touchdowns, Mike, he threw for 3,693 yards last year, which is only about 300 more yards than Aaron Rodgers threw, if I'm not mistaken. Or was he 20? No, Rodgers was 3,300, correct?
Yeah.
So this is 3,600. So only about 300. And
Aaron was, I think, 27. I think it was 27.
Is that what he? Okay, is that what he was? I was going to say,
I can't remember.
Close, but then I'm going to get to the other number. Mike, 26 touchdowns is what Baker Mayfield had last year, and that was with and Aaron Rodgers had. What did he have? 24.
Yeah, I'm pulling Aaron's up right now.
Yeah, pull us up. What do you have? 3,324 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, 3,300, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks, 65.
Okay,
Let's
so
call
let
it
me get back to the
66%.
initial point. The point
Yeah.
being this, Mike, he just threw basically one game better, a 300-yard game better than Aaron did last year, and then also 26 touchdowns compared to Aaron Rodgers' 24 touchdowns. Albeit it was a down season. I get that. Baker didn't have a great year, but at the end of the day, as I love the idea initially, Felicia, I'm starting to kind of get more of a reality check. And as we just talked, and Mike, we talked about the young pups, the 31-year-olds. Baker Mayfield's right in that ballpark as well. So, again, there's an array of things that we're certainly keeping an eye on. We're keeping an eye on the Baker situation.
Yeah.
We're keeping an eye on the quarterbacks that are going to be coming out of college. We don't know who's coming, who's staying. Supposed to be a great class. We're looking at what we have going on. So there's a lot of things that are happening. But initially, I love the idea. I thought Baker's he's a Brett Favre type player. The guy, he just has that that energy, whatever that is. I like it. He took the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs. Something that never happens. So again, at the end of the day, I liked it. But the more I'm looking, like if he can't get it together this year, where's he at in his career?
Yeah, and like he's one of those guys. Like he does get injured. He'll play through them, but sometimes it's to the detriment of the team. To where it might have been better if the backup was in there. I waver back and forth. Don't get me wrong. I loved him when he was in Cleveland. I thought he played well up there, but as he's getting on, he is who he is. He's not going to improve at this point. So, Like if he's here, he's here. If he's not, I'm not going to fret if we don't have him.
I agree with you, Felicia. She says he does. He has that moxie, and that's what I like about him. He has that fighter energy that you like to see on Sunday afternoons, and for that reason, I was very initially into the idea. But again, I want to see how the season plays out. He had a pretty down season last year. Let's see what direction that goes.
Yeah.
And again, that could change a lot of things with him and the Buccaneers as well, though.
I got a quote from Cam I find interesting. Okay, this is Cam Hayward on Mike McCarthy. I think what resonated with me is he's from Pittsburgh. He has a lot of respect for the tradition here, but he's trying to force something new, and I think that doesn't apply to everyone in the locker room. I love the one thing he said, it's going to take 68 plus guys to win the Super Bowl. That includes the practice squad, and that's all respectful, that he respects everyone in the locker room that we've got going for that. I don't think that applies to everybody in the locker room by trying to force something new. That's an interesting takeaway.
That is, that's an old head.
Say about your head coach,
and that's something that I would expect from an older player. To be honest with you, he's probably being very honest. I respect that. And again, at the end of the day, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, Mike. That's every walk of life. Doesn't matter what you do. So, of course, it's going to be an interesting transition.
Yeah, it was like I respect him and what he says, but I don't respect that he's trying to do something new, force new things. Like you're a team leader. That's just kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I'm hoping that the quote was transcribed wrong, and that we can get audio to where he actually says, that's not what was said. But I just find I don't like that attitude from a team leader.
Let me grab some
more. Need Cam. We need him.
Whatever. I'm ready for Cam to be done, but that's just me. Listen, he played good last year and a half, Mike. He certainly played well, so I'm not going to get on Cam at the moment. Yeah. Let me see a few games. Let's go right back on the board here. I want to get some of these, Mike. Try to keep caught up. For the most part, Mark Malone says, "I've always hated Baker, and I'm from a long line of OU fans." Let's go here to Jello Donut, my man. Always great seeing you on the terrible board. He says, no, he's small, injured all the time, and not near as accurate like you need a small quarterback to be. Lord, I hope not Baker. And you know what? You're not wrong. Again, he is going to be 32 next season, and it's a young man's league. I don't know if the Pittsburgh Steelers got that Momo yet, but let's continue. Jello says, I was just asking, and I totally understand that. Yinzer Joe says, I want to hear about some special teams plays where Weegan returns the football to the house. We're certainly due for some returns, Mike. It's been a while.
We are. Legion took returns. Caleb Johnson took or not Caleb Johnson. Excuse me, Roman Wilson, and some other guy down the roster.
Let me cut you off 1 second, Mike. Big news on the board. Christophus, my man, he says Aaron Rodgers lined up at wide receiver and actually caught the ball from Mason Rudolph today. Christophus is in the house. He is all the way up from South Florida at St. Vincent College at Camp Mike in the right from the lion's mouth. He says it. He says this. Aaron Rodgers lined up at wide receiver and actually caught a ball from Mason Rudolph.
That
Very
is
interesting.
Wild. I did see at one point today Aaron Rodgers lined up at middle linebacker.
Jeez.
Yeah, with the offense
before you start knowing, just remember 2 years ago when Russell Wilson was hitting the sleds in camp and we missed him for the first 6 weeks of the season. I don't want Aaron Rodgers fucking around like this. I'm just saying.
Like I saw that photo, I'm like, oh my goodness. I know why they do it, but it's like you just need someone to simulate standing there.
Why don't you go?
They put Drew Howler, put Will Howard there, put Mason Rudolph there.
I know you need ice on your knees or something, bro. Go do something. Anything besides playing inside linebacker.
Oh God.
By all means.
Wide receiver.
Or wide receiver. Let's go right here. Let's go to Squeech. He says, what would a derpy diet consist of? See, that's what I thought is originally as well, Squeech. I'm thinking a lot of one of them big frosty drinks that you get. What are they called? The Slurpees. I can see a lot of Slurpees involved. I seen him eat popcorn so fast one time, Mike, that sparks were coming off his fingertips. He was so fast in the mouth with the pop. I've never seen anything like it.
Me either. And don't say derpy and Slurpees together ever again.
Let's go to Mark Malone. He says it's got to be a 7,500 calorie per day diet. Mark also says the fucker does pull out some of the last minute wins. It's that energy. Yes, he's competitive. Let's go to Felicia. Felicia says big. He does. I agree. And listen, I'm not. And Jello's going to prove me wrong again, which I like. Please keep coming with the facts and stats. Jello says this Baker had a 63.2 completion rate, ranked 25th amongst qualified NFL quarterbacks for last season. He said that's a big no, but again, that was a down year for Baker. So watching to see what he does this year could be big. Also, it could be big on the future with the team that he's with. So I like Baker. Felicia, to answer the question ultimately, but at the end of the day, I guess you got to do something till you find your franchise guy, right, Mike?
You got to do something.
Got to do something.
Or hand the keys off to one of these two young guys and let's see what happens.
Yeah, here's the thing. Nobody's really, what if one of these two young guys really take off and we love them? We're kind of just saying, if one of these guys could earn a spot, but what if, one of them are the guy? What if they're our guy and they step up and we're in the AFC Championship game next year? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gamble on late round quarterbacks. They're, low risk, high reward type situations. So
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. I think Dak Prescott was a 4th rounder.
I hate to do it, but Tom Brady. You know what I mean?
Tom Brady. Russell Wilson, I think, was a 2nd or 3rd rounder. You roll the dice with these guys. If you hit, awesome. If you don't, okay, you keep building the team, which they have done, and you'll find someone that will get you to where you need to go. Or you roll the dice again, or you roll the dice this year on a 1st rounder, and you have all 3 youngins compete to see who can be the guy.
I want to ask Felicia a favor. Can you please tell me before you leave? I have to be able to say bye, Felicia, to somebody that's actually named Felicia in my life, and it would mean so much to me. Like if you left and I didn't know, and I didn't get to say bye, Felicia, I would be upset. I'm not with you, just with life as usual. But could you keep me posted? If you do have to leave for any reason, let me know. Because again, there's nothing that means more to me in this life than to be able to say bye, Felicia, to a real Felicia. Mike, I'm just saying. Excuse my retardation, but I just have to. I have to. Let's move along. Let's go right here to Chris. Chris let us know about what happened. I do want to say, Chris, great to hear from you, brother. He is out at camp. They just wrapped up about a little less than an hour ago, all the way from South Florida, my man. I know that you're having a good time. I hope that that your wife is feeling better today. I'm so happy for Chris. I know because all off season long, we talked to Chris about him coming up. So good for you, sir. Glad you're loving it. He said it feels great out here. Couldn't be a better day. Roughly mid-70s here in Western PA today. So we'll take it for show. Let's go to Mark Malone. He says they're going to find a way to get Magnum on the field. Here's my opinion on this, Mike. Let's stop and talk about this quarterback situation for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
The big word coming in yesterday, Mike McCarthy says Mason Rudolph is number 2. He'll be getting the number 2 reps. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is going to be getting his number 1 reps. We'll talk about those in a second. But the 2 younger guys that never have played a snap in the NFL will be taking third quarterback reps. And I got to be honest with you, this is the only answer to this, because you can't put a guy who never took a single snap in the NFL in Will Howard and place him in front of a guy who's been the backup for this team for X amount of years. For one, it doesn't make sense. If Will Howard was put into that spot, it would tell me that we are pretty much trying to push Mason Rudolph out the door, and that doesn't seem to be the case. It's going as it should, Mike. Neither Drew Aller or Will Howard should be getting the second quarterback reps when Mason Rudolph is still on this team. I'm not saying that he shouldn't lose the battle. If he loses the battle, bye-bye. But at the end of the day, this is how it should be done, Mike. He should be getting the number 2 quarterback reps.
Until one of the other 2 quarterbacks can prove that they can handle that role and outperform him. That's how it goes. Mason's not a starting quarterback in the league, but he can come in and he can play a game or 2 for you. You know, the last time we saw him was not great, but there are other times that we saw him and, you know, hey man, he got us to where we needed to go. Coming in off the bench as a backup quarterback. So, and is that not the story of every backup quarterback in the NFL? No, they'll have ones that wow you and then have games that go, oh my God, why do we have this guy? Then they followed up with another one. Okay, this is why we have that guy. There's a reason he's a backup quarterback. And that's why he's not he's not consistent. Now, if one of these guys can prove that they can be a better backup and the eventual starter, I have no problem getting rid of Mason Rudolph.
It's the correct process. Yeah. In other words, you got the 2 guys, again, no experience whatsoever in the NFL. Never taken a snap, either one of them. Yeah. Not even preseason, Mike, because you remember Will Howard got hurt very early last year. Yeah. Again, the other guy has been the backup for X amount of time. This is the right way to do it. Yeah. And if one of the younger guys, again, make it happen, good on them. If they don't, this is what you got to do. Again, unless you plan on getting rid of Mason Rudolph, then you would handle it entirely different, I would think. But right now, so far, Mike, day 1, with the exception of the injuries yesterday, things are kind of off to how you'd expect them to be.
And when you have the stated goal of winning a Super Bowl from the owner and the GM, you're not going to immediately give that backup position to any unproven player.
You're right.
Like, you're going to want to know, like, hey, if our guy goes down, this veteran, does he still have it? Can he win us a couple games or keep us in games to allow our defense to kind of win us a game or 2 till our starting quarterback comes back? That's why you keep someone like Mason Rudolph. And the Steelers aren't going to tank anyway. So if people are probably going to say, well, if Rodgers gets hurt, put the guys in there. If we lose, we lose. That's not the Steeler philosophy. That's not the players' philosophy. That's not the coach's philosophy, the owners and the GM. They want to go out and win every game. So they're not going to put someone in there just to tank if Rodgers gets hurt. They're going to put someone in there that they think can help them win games and ultimately get into the playoffs and see if they can do anything. We may not like it, but that's their philosophy, and that's kind of why Rudolph's still on the team, and he's still the number 2.
I'm going to jump just a second. I apologize for a moment, Corey and Felicia. I just want to grab this Vegas comment real quick. He said, did Brojo tackle Aaron after the catch? He has to wonder. Of course, Broderick being cleared to play, Mike. Aaron Rodgers catching the pass today at camp. And again, I think they got to get his ass off that field. I'm just saying, we didn't get Russell Wilson, our starting quarterback, 2 seasons ago until the 6th game because he wanted to push sleds around. I'm just saying. It's one thing to be funny. It's one thing to be cool. And it's another thing to have not be playing when it comes down to it. Like, I want my guys playing. I don't care how effing cool it is to be playing receiver as Aaron Rodgers. But at the end of the day, it is funny news and interesting. Corey says, this, Mike, Pittsburgh is it the city of bridges or is it the city of bridge quarterbacks? I like it.
We've had a lot in this franchise's history.
What is more, I wonder? Let's go here to Felicia, Mike. She says this. She says, they say that the longer people hang around, the rules become more like a suggestion. That's something to watch. I hope no smoke because I don't want there to be fire down the stretch. I agree with you 100%, Felicia. I hope they can get it together. And it usually is the old heads. Again, go to any workplace USA, find the older people, see how well they switch to changes, how they adjust. It's a struggle. It is a struggle. Again, nothing against them. It just is what it is.
Because you've been somewhere long enough. You've heard, especially if you work or play as a player where coaches come in all the time, bosses come in all the time. Like, you've heard the same speech over and over and over and over again. Like, we'll try, but we know we're going to end back up. But this is different. We've done something so long for 19 years now. You should be open to go, hey, you know what? We've been doing the same thing for a while now. We've kind of hit a roadblock. Yeah. Maybe something new. You should be open to it.
I think maybe the fact that we haven't won a playoff game in a decade should certainly be that should be the selling point.
Let's try something new.
Right. This obviously isn't working. Right here, Yinzer Joe says this. Mikey says Broderick Jones tackled Ramsey. LOL. Just kidding. Chris says this. He says Aaron completed a long ball to Roman Wilson and Jeremy Bernard. And I have to say this, Mike. What I'm reading is Aaron Rodgers was glowing. The word is glowing. It's not excited, not happy, not optimistic, not positive. Aaron Rodgers is glowing when talking about Roman Wilson, Mike. It says that he got to know him more while they were in Wyoming. He expects him to make some splash plays this year, make some things happen. Aaron Rodgers, Mike, this is very encouraging. Listen, I don't care about the psyche of another grown person. It all plays no role in my interest of my football team. But at the end of the day, if these two guys are getting along better, Mike, that means to me we're going to have hopefully 4 wide receivers that are going to be weapons to where he wasn't involved in that last year when we could have certainly used Roman Wilson, another weapon as far as the passing game goes. I like what I'm hearing in this situation, Mike, because he's glowing. Whatever Roman's doing, he's working hard. He's earning whatever from Aaron Rodgers in his. So I like this. This is good news.
It's good news, and it also, piggybacks. I'm going to piggyback off that Mike McCarthy on Roman Wilson and Jeremy. I think it's more of a competition for opportunity. Their roles are there because both those guys have shown in spring they can play all 3 positions. That's what I'm looking for, number one. So not just good praise from your quarterback, but also your head coach saying, hey, I'm trusting you and give you compete for an opportunity or compete to just get playing time at any of these spots. Either outside or inside, we think you can do it all. So it's looking good for Roman Wilson.
I want to say, Mike, I am so happy about this because I had so much hope. And listen, I didn't think that Roman Wilson was going to step up and be Antonio Brown. But as I said, for a team that really had 1 wide receiver last year, okay, Calvin Austin, let's call it 2, and then a couple other guys that I would never take on my team. But at the end of the day, this is very beneficial, Mike. Just that he's going to get the opportunity to have another body that could possibly be that potential weapon on offense. So big, of course, moving forward, passing more, the passing mind coach, all this stuff. It's coming together, guys. It's coming together. Let's continue right here, Mike. Let's go to Vegas. He says they both caught it. Let's go to Sosh. Mike, you want to say hey to Sosh before we read his comment?
Hey, Sosh.
All the way from Switzerland. In the house, big baby. Saj, my man, he says Browns just extended Grant Delpit at safety 3 years, $48 million. They're instantly spending the Myles Garrett money on top of. They also got who they get figured Denzel Ward. They got him taken care of. Mike, he becomes the highest paid DB in league history. He's got paid 2 years. He's getting 2 years, $62.2 million with a 52.3 guaranteed, which is going to make JPJ's situation a little bit more interesting as well. So you're not wrong, Sosh. They're paying their players.
Yep.
And again, Mike, just the Denzel Ward. That's again how's that going to play into again what's going on with JPJ and Christian Gonzalez and all the other Devin Withers.
His numbers should go up. He's, I don't want to go down this road again for the 50th day in a row, but he's in that class of those type of guys to be making that kind of money.
All right, let's continue forward. Let's go to Felicia says this. The old people say the longer you let someone stay around, the more rules become more likely suggestion. I agree. As she follows it up by saying this, we need people to stay focused and not buck or resist the changes. Leadership needs to. He should be. You're right. And Cam should be the first one in line as a leader.
Yep.
Vegas says if Aaron goes down, we are trading for Minka again.
That's my game ball. That's a good one.
Let's go to Christopher. He says this: Mason Rudolph completed a 40-yard pass to Pat Fry. He says Drew Aller completed the middle of the field pass to Mount Washington. And again, if they don't hit that over the middle with Mount Washington this year, Mike, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm gonna. Well, I know what you're gonna do.
I'm going to find one of the 446 bridges. Is what I'm going to do.
I'm going to have to talk you from jumping off of one of those bridges.
I love Mount Washington. I love them. I don't care who knows it. Let's continue forward. Let's go right here. Somber says this: Weejan already being worked into the offense. Love it. Absolutely, man. Squeege says this: yeah, it's actually crazy that they cleaned the house. Vegas says the middle is not really lava, Mike.
It's not lava.
It's not lava, if you can believe it. Followed it up by saying Weejan in the slot. If it's going to be nasty, of course he's meant. Vegas also says this: why do you have a beanie on, Vanilla? Mike, before you answer that, I do want to say this. If you haven't heard, Beanie Bishop is available.
Yeah.
He did get released by the New Orleans Saints with 4 interceptions in his career. I'm pretty sure he got 3 of them with the Steelers his rookie year. Beanie Bishop is available, guys. We have like a hurt secondary as we speak. Just saying.
Beanie Bishop, the 3 interceptions in 1 year, from what I learned on the board yesterday, that's going to lock him down for $35 million a year easily.
He could get top cornerback 1 money, right?
Top cornerback 1 money right there. I'm wearing a beanie because I shaved the beard, my head shaved.
He's moderately ugly. I think the beanie
looked like one of Cody's testicles. So I figured, I got to offset it somehow, and got to rep the merch and the brand.
Like it. Let's go here to Sosh. Sosh says this. He says, sorry for my weird wording. That's the story of my life, but let me finish. Sorry for my weird wording when I joined the pod. Those weren't well chosen. I don't recall what they were, but I think they're fine. Sosh, whatever they were,
they were perfect to me, Sosh.
You could say nothing wrong in Mike's eyes.
No, Sosh is him and Tortilla are perfect.
He's Swedish, or he's a Swiss. He's Swiss. Let's go here. Let's go to Felicia. Felicia says LOL practice has us all thirsty about Steeler football, but we have to remember it's still football in shorts. Mike always has to remind me about that. And even when it does come down to pads, guys, it's not going to be quite the same at camp this year. This was said, guys, about the no tackling. The news that we got yesterday early in the show, Mike. No tackling. The older guys will be more fresh in December. I do want to remind you that we were the 3rd worst team in the NFL in missed tackles. Is it because they were hitting early and they didn't have their legs under them in December? I don't think so, because somebody like Patrick Queen, who leads the league in missed tackles, that's just not missed tackles in December.
Hey, but we will be fresh when we miss those tackles.
That's right. We might miss the tackles, but we will be fresh.
But I get where he's coming from, because he said like his early years in Green Bay, especially that first year, he wore that team down by hard practices. Tomlin did the same thing in his first year, wore the team down by hard practices, and that's one of those things you learn as a young coach. You can't do that, and that's another reason why I'm liking this hire. We have a lot of older players on this team. We're trying to be competitive late into the season, so a young coach might came in and wanted those hard physical practices, where a veteran coach knows when and where to administer those practices.
That's a good point. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Let's continue forward. Let's go here.
Mark that down. Michael's not wrong.
All right, there you go. That's fair. Squeed says this. He says, yeah, in the CB contract, I'm sorry, situation sucks. We don't have here your highest paid player in history money. We sure don't. And again, Denzel Award, Mike, that Cleveland defense. I go on about that defense. Even losing the defensive coordinator and Smiles Carrot, at the end of the day, they still got a pretty nice day up there.
Yep. They do have damn good players. But it's going to be interesting to see what the new D coordinator does with them. Are they going to lose some of that luster? Myles Garrett drew a lot of attention up front. Jared Verse is no slouch, but let's be honest here. There's levels to this, and Myles Garrett's a few levels higher than Jared Verse.
Absolutely. Let's go right here. Vegas says, which guys have been giving up these big plays at practice? He's wondering. Who led up the Aaron Rodgers catch? Who led up the big plays to Drew Aller and Will Howard? This is what I guess we really should be asking. Who is giving up these plays? Fair question.
Joey Porter Jr. gave them all up.
Joey Porter Jr. Sosh says this. He says, Saints defensive tackle Brian Breach just tore his ACL. That's what I'm saying, man.
Ooh, he's another good young player.
We are going early this camp. First, the Panthers now say, you're always one snap away. And them ACLs, that's gonna be a minute. He's not gonna be back for he's next season. Hate to see it. Love the sport, but you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Vegas says terrible news, and I couldn't agree more. You hate to hear it. Let's continue down here. Let's go to Chris. Christopher says this. He says all our quarterbacks and wide receivers look great. Will Howard hit Roman on a beautiful out route. You love to hear it, guys, especially with Roman. I'm Mike. I'm ready for some Roman. And again, with the exception of that fumble late in the season last year, it seemed that he was doing the little things right. But, we weren't there. It's hard to say. I'm ready for some Roman success.
Like you see what he can do with the ball in his hand last year. We saw glimpses of it, and that's what's giving me hope.
He's the ugly baby, though. The ugly brother.
Hey, that ugly baby, man, can either grow up to be a swan or grow up to be that's a rough-looking baby.
Yeah. Let's go right here. Let's go to Corey. Corey says this. I like to fuck with the old heads at work. From time to time, I'll ask them if they heard about them reducing our lunch time by 15 minutes or so.
That is wicked. That is wicked.
Felicia says this. I don't think Miami or Chicago is going to ever do business with Omar anymore. Omar is a silver-tongued devil. I love him. I do. My God, Mike, I got to be honest with you. Even though the results have been 10-7, and prior to Omar Khan, it was roughly, it was all in the same ballpark as far as records. I love the offseason work that Omar Khan does.
Me too.
More than any Steeler GM in my life. We were never this aggressive. You have to be aggressive in the offseason. The Steelers, again, were getting very stale, Mike, not just at the end of the Tomlin run, just more lately, the 21st century. They weren't keeping up well with the rest of the league. You have to be aggressive at times. You have to do certain things. And Omar Khan, I think he's hitting all them buttons, and he's certainly keeping me dialed in. Yeah. Oh, my God, we get DK Metcalf's a Steeler. Jalen Ramsey's a Steeler. These things, in other words, Mike, would have never happened before. No. They just wouldn't.
Like Kevin Colbert was the old tried and true, draft developed, signed, fourth wave free agents. Omar Khan is draft developed and supplement with still performing high level free agents. Let's make some trades to get some draft picks. Let's make a trade to get players in here, player swaps in and out. They haven't all hit, they haven't all missed, but he's not afraid to do it and keep trying to get things working. Like we tried with the Ayuk trade, it didn't work. We traded for a DK and we thought we were going to have George Pickens and DK, but George acted up behind the scenes, so I ship him off and then try and fill that position with hoping Roman Wilson would work out in it. But we got that rectified this year with Pittman, Reed, and then double dipped in the draft. So not a perfect GM, no one is, but his moves, man, have been good. And they've all been towards one thing, which is continuing to build a foundation to have a team to win a Super Bowl while keeping us competitive.
You go through off seasons and before Omar became the GM, and you say, what the hell did our GM do this off season? Yeah. Okay, we got our deals taken care of, but literally that was bare minimum. That was the bare maximum. Nothing else was getting done. So again, I like Omar a lot. Felicia, I do like Omar. Vegas says Beanie Bishop Island. Let's go to Corey. He said we recently changed our headphone policy, and when I broke the news, they didn't believe me, and then got really mad when it was true. Yeah, old people are hard to work with. And then everyone looks at their screen at the guy with the gray beard. But
I was going to say.
Listen. I still have a 13-year-old mind. Believe me.
Oh, we know.
Let's go right here. Let's go to Yinzer Joe. He says all of Beanie Bishop's interceptions were from Rodgers. Beanie Thunder over Beanie Bishop. Thunder's Beanie greater than Beanie Bishop is what Corey is saying. I buy that. I buy it. Because Beanie has 4 interceptions. Mike's Beanie covers more than 4 inches of forehead. So with the 5 head, I think that the edge goes to Mike's Beanie.
Mm-hmm.
The continuing on. Let's go to Yinzer Joe. He says this: there are a lot of teams in the playoffs that didn't tackle in camp that made the playoffs. You know what? Most teams don't tackle, apparently. I just found this out this morning. I'm reading about this new policy, and most teams don't tackle in camp. We just always have. I just assumed that more teams did. He follows this up by saying they made the playoffs and had better tackling season than the Steelers. Again, guys, we finished 3rd from the bottom in tackles last year, as our middle linebacker did lead the league in missed tackles. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says this: told y'all don't lose hope on Roman, and I love that you said it. And you know what? Deep inside, I was right there with you, because I like Roman and I want him to have big. Again, it only is beneficial to us, Mike, if he's successful. So
I'm rooting for him, man. We need him.
Come on, brother. We got this. Sosh says this: oh shit, Shamar Stewart from the Bungles also seems to have a serious injury. God damn, he says, man.
You know what? It sucks for him, but it helps us. So
Yeah.
Dude, take all the time you need to get better. We'll see you next year.
And that's the way I feel too. I mean, for one, I don't want to see other people lose their careers. I don't. These guys work very hard. They're very deserving of it. But at the end of the day, I don't know the guy, and you know what? It's going to be beneficial to me because my interest has to play that team. So at the end of the day,
I'm willing to set aside human decency and empathy if it helps my team win.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Again, I'm mildly retarded.
I'll play lip service to it, but I'm like, whew, we don't have to face that guy.
Yeah. Let's get a couple more messages in here. Let's go right here to Vegas. He said Muth finally has a real offensive coordinator head coach combo. I think a lot of people are expecting Muth to have a bounce back year. I really do. I think that I think there's plenty of reasons to think so, but something very important just happened. Let me go down to Felicia right here. She says this: okay, Ryan, sleeping is catching up to me. I work 11 to 7 at the Home to Suites. I'm a night auditor. And I do have to say, thank you for letting me know, because I have to say this first time in my life, and I've been wanting to do it since 1995. Bye, Felicia. All right, there it is. I got to say it. Thank you, Felicia, for the heads up. Hope you have a great day. Hope your work day goes well, and we will be seeing you. Go Steelers. That's Felicia, everybody. Thank you for that. Let's go right here. Mike Chris says this. He says, I'm heading to Dino's today. Sharky's was awesome yesterday. Wife is feeling better and ready to attack some sports bar food. That is awesome. Go. That is awesome, dude. I'm glad. I'm so glad and happy to hear that, brother. I am. Maybe tomorrow we'll have you call in or something. Let's plan on that. Hit us up. Hit our email up. I will get you the number. That way we can communicate. And also, if you want to call in tomorrow and kind of give us an update as camp is wrapping up at that particular time, I think that could be fun. Dude, email us at some point today. We'll exchange that information. Vegas says this. Check his browser. Check his browser is what he's saying. Somber says this. He says, yeah, the top 10 tackling teams don't tackle in practice. Raul, what's up, dude? Great seeing Raul back. Raul says, is Trey Archer available? Just asking.
Oh, God.
Always great seeing Raul.
Trey Archer, Chris Rainey. Oh.
Welcome back, my brother. It's first day of camp, man. It's just like, again, like when everyone shows up, you start to see all the classic names, these seasoned, terrible board names. Like they come showing up, and it's more exciting, to be honest with you. Again, the only thing we're missing is the helicopters and parachutes and however else the guys show up at camp. Let's go here to Vegas. Vanilla Thunder has a forehead. His hairline is has a forehead. His hairline is way in the back. When he salutes you, he can see his entire palm. Felicia, I love it.
Vegas is slowly working his way onto the enemy list with Cody. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
Felicia. I did, you know what? I did that shift for 17 years. I think that's what broke me. I think that's what broke me is that overnight shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Is it that bad?
Oh. Nah, it's not that bad.
Like, is it that?
It's about a 10 head, but
Jesus.
no, you're all right.
I mean, look at the glare too.
Look what you did to him, hey, Vegas. Look what you did to his ego. Come on,
Hey,
I have to deal with this.
Hey, I'm sorry that this is a shining beacon upon the hill.
Vegas gets to go home at the end of the day and not have to deal with this. I have to deal with Mike's ego now.
Thank you, Sosh.
And his confidence.
Thank you. And that's getting pinned.
You can have the jizz hat, Mike.
Only if it comes from Sosh. Right.
I am seeing
the way my brain works. See
Sosh,
the joke, run to the joke.
He is on the very next message. Let's see what Sosh says before you scare him off. Sosh says, I don't want anyone injured, even if it's the Bungles. He's a starting edge for the Bengals, Ryan, but his knee bent the wrong way. I don't like it either. In the big picture, I don't like it either. I mean, it is a human being. You know what I mean? You hate to hear it. As a Steeler fan, again, I'm not so down on myself. I'm not so down on the news. But anyway, let's move forward. Take care of Felicia, what Somber said. Let's go down here a little bit more. Let's go to and I like listen. Like I get to reread these messages again because Tortilla also says, "Bye, Felicia." Let's go to my man Kevin Reed. Also, always great seeing you on the board. He says, "Hey, Yinzers." I know that Kevin is ready, guys. Again, day one of training camp. We are going at it. Kevin in the house, my man. Also, I'm seeing Sick Jones rolled in. Let me grab a couple of these messages here. Sasha says, "Don't listen to them, Mike. You're sexy as heck." Let's go to Six. Six says this: Mike needs a Steeler logo tattoo on that dome, and I couldn't agree more. That would be the one way I would take this piece of paper that I keep over his face so I don't have to stare at him off my screen.
That's fucked up, bro.
It's construction paper, so you can't see through it either. Just kidding. Let's go here, too. Great seeing you, Sick, my man, and Kevin. Great to have you back on a terrible board. Somber says, yeah, the grave shift sucks. I did 10 to 7 for a few years. You feel like a zombie. You're fighting nature. Yeah. I got to be honest with you. I did it for 17 years, and you just realize at some point that you were fighting nature, and it becomes a difficult way to live eventually, because again, the rest of the world don't stop the normal shift, and everything that you do, you have to adapt to what everybody else is doing. Yeah. Especially now, like post-COVID, things aren't open 24 hours anymore.
Which I think there should always be, everything should be open 24/7, because there are a shit ton of people whose circadian rhythm works better at night, to where they are legit night people.
Yeah.
They want to do everything at night. The world should not shut down for us.
I agree. And as I said, as I did it for 17 years, it wasn't an issue overnight. I could go to Walmart after work. I could go to fast food. Now, after COVID, everything is closed. Nothing is 24 hours. Vegas says this: when you are done saluting, it looks like you are raising your hand in school. Let's go here to Sasha. Don't worry, Mike. I got you on full screen.
Thank you, Sash. Thank you.
I said you. Don't worry, Sash. I got a shipment of construction paper on the first flight to Switzerland. Let's go here to Six. Six says this: I did the night shift for 10 years. Meth help. I got to be honest with you. Listen. I liked it at the time because I got to kind of be isolated. You know. Kind of do your own thing. You come home from work, there's nobody there. It's quiet. You get to come home, do your thing, take the edge off, just relax, and not have to worry about doing 50 things. Kids ain't running up to you, having you doing chores. So it was beneficial. But again, after 17 years, I was certainly fighting nature, and I was ready to be done, and I probably will never go back to that shift again as long as I live. Mike, let's get into some stuff here. This is some scoop, of course, from yesterday. People, I'm not sure if everybody knows about this. Let's talk about the Mike McCarthy, what he said to say about the JPJ injury. Kind of caught us all by surprise yesterday. It was during the mobility workout, what you do when you first get there to camp. This is when it happened with JPJ. McCarthy says this: he had something that flared up. That's why you do the workout. That's why you do the workout. He says he doesn't want to get into a timeline for his return, Mike. He says we're going to take it day by day as far as JPJ goes. But it's, again, I don't want to say it's because of the contract, because I don't know. The fact of the matter is he doesn't want to talk about any kind of return time. It's day by day. It just seems like this is loosely. Leave us alone about the JPJ saga right now. Camp is getting started. We have things to do. We have things to work about. Because once camp starts, Mike, you don't want to have to be dealing with contracts and things of this nature.
Yeah.
So, again, whether he's hurt, again, if it's a tweak of the back, that's one thing. At the end of the day, I don't know. But this, Mike, what's going to go on with him now? I mean, we need it.
I don't think he's injured at all.
I don't either.
Yes, you have to have the rules say the player has to have an injury and you have to designate it. That could just be, hey, Joey, we're telling everyone your back hurts because we know what's going on. We don't want you talking to the media about the contract. We're not going to say anything about the contract because players on the injured list cannot speak to the media. So what better way to handle business behind closed door is wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You're injured. Work on your back or work, holding your back. But his back looked fine when he was out there playing catch. Don't bullshit a bullshit or don't con a con, man. Everyone knows what's going on.
Right.
But everyone's just, good. Wink, wink. I can't wink. Sorry. But, it's...
Some people can't snap. Other people's can't whistle. Mike can't wink.
There we go. It's weird because I'm looking at myself doing it. It's like subconscious, like Kevin did.
Right.
I'll just go like this.
Yes, please.
Look like I'm
why don't you
spazzing.
cross
Anyone tuning in, I'm not spazzing out. I'm not tweaking.
Cross your arms like Jeannie did and do that. There you go. Let's continue.
I looked over and Sauce did not appear.
You know what? If that derpy shows up on the screen next time, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's continue.
Where is?
Let's go back here. Speaking of, I'm going to grab Somber. Then I do see Sosh is back in here as well. Sosh, Somber says, I bet JPJ gets signed the day after Witherspoon or Gonzo. Not a bad guess. We will see. We will see. Sosh says, this, of course, it's about the contract. Listen, JPJ was doing workouts with Brisker a couple days ago, spinning his spine as if it's nothing. Then Khan said he expects everyone to practice that is healthy. You're right. I mean, come on. Let's call it for what it is. I agree. Somber says, and his injury clears up that same day. Sosh says 30 minutes later, Joey landed on the PUP list. Yeah, right. Jen, wink, wink. There you go, Mike. Getting a little encouragement from Jen. Again, great seeing Jen back. I'm glad to see things are getting better for you. It was a rough off season for Jen.
And part of my winking thing is too, like this eye right here, my Forrest Whitaker eye, it's droopy. It's subconscious when I look at it.
Hold on, I'm going to be completely silent. Everyone just look at Mike's Forrest Whitaker eye for a moment. Make him uncomfortable as you possibly can.
Sosh for you.
Look, everybody's literally focusing on your lazy eye right now. Let's go to Sosh.
Dummy, give me the sunglasses.
No, you're right. Somber says, or Sosh says this. I'm sorry. Focus up, Mike. Give me a wink. I know you can. Come on. Knees to chest. Let's go. Let's go right here, Mike. Some other things. Aaron Rodgers makes it clear yesterday that this will be his last season. Of course, speculation early yesterday morning. We talked about DK Metcalf suggesting possibly that Aaron might come back another season. Mike, if he doesn't take many hits, like how things are going. Aaron cleared that up yesterday by saying he asked his wife, and she said he could play one more year. Aaron Rodgers did say he was planning on hanging it up, Mike, until the Mike McCarthy news did come out, and that did help alter his decision and ultimately make his decision. So between the wife giving him permission and Mike McCarthy coming back, we do have a experienced quarterback with a Hall of Fame mind playing under center for us this year, Mike. So again, I like this. I think that he gives us this year the best opportunity that we have to win. Do I want to learn about the youngsters? Absolutely. We're going to, but Mike, you got to thank the wifey here. If in fact there is a wifey for Aaron Rodgers, she allows him to come back.
You know what? She's the real MVP, along with Kevin Durant's mom. They're the real MVP for just getting A-Rod back for one more year, which is exactly what we needed. I'm all for it.
it played out. I think everything played out well. I'm looking forward to this year, and I'm very optimistic about things to come this season. Again, the changes hopefully is going to put us in a better position. But Mike, you know who would disagree with this? Fox Sports. Fox Sports, Mike, their sports has the Steelers ranked 24,
Yeah.
24 in the league. Now, mind you, that's there's 32 teams. You're getting pretty close to the end of the road once you're at that 75% of
Yeah.
the teams. Like 24 means there's only 8 teams that are not not better than the Steelers. I don't agree with this, Fox. And again, it's pretty universal. A lot of people are having a feeling that this isn't going to be a great year. Are we going to be able to come under the radar and do some things, Mike? Because to me, this team has improved from last year, and I can't imagine how you go in the other direction after making all the improvements we made this offseason.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing by what I'm reading on the board. Let me just close that down for a second.
Yeah,
but I'm also laughing at Fox Sports. Yeah, the Steelers 24. So
go around the board. Look at any.
I know.
Any other source, you're going to find similar information.
Yeah, it's like when they look at the Steelers, like it's like their eyes are like they have glaucoma. There's blind spots everywhere. They're not seeing all the work and the foundation that has been done for the past 4 years of revamping the O-line, revamping the D-line, revamping the secondary with young talent, offensive or receivers with young talent, or running backs, 2 guys that potentially be 1,000-yard rushers. Like they're missing a lot of this stuff that makes this team good. Like this team won the division last year. They went to the playoffs last year. We played the last 2 games without our star wide receiver.
Like we played a home game in the playoffs, no less.
Yeah. It's like for a division winner, we're being very disrespected towards. And I think on Fox Sports, on one of their write-ups, they said they're in a division with, playoff contenders, the Bengals and the Ravens. Like, do people realize 10 of the last 12 games the Steelers have beat the Ravens?
10 of the last 11 regular season games.
Yeah, and the Bengals, at worst, we split with. Are these facts just only available to people in Pittsburgh? Is it under lock and key? I understand other teams improved, but so did the Steelers. They didn't make any sexy moves. I think everyone's just looking at the Steelers going, they didn't draft a quarterback in the first round, so they didn't improve at all. It's just weird to me. It's
the
total lack of judgment
absolutely
when it comes to the Steelers. Like, I'm not even being a homer when I give the analysis that I give, because there's weak spots on this team. There's some things you gotta have to hope that work well to get us where we want to be. But there's a great foundation here. There are star players at every position on this team. And they have a quarterback that still can get it done. Is he who he once was? No. But he's a lot better than a lot of these quarterbacks in the league right now.
Let's see, Mike. Of course, you started to mention at the beginning of the show, Aaron Rodgers he is on a pitch count at camp. They are saying he's getting 40 to 50% of the snaps of the reps. Of course, that is the QB1 reps. This week, Mike, he will be on the pitch count. Again, also Mason Rudolph has got the nod for number 2, which again he should until he gets beat out of the position. The 2 guys that have never taken a snap in the NFL, preseason or regular season, should not be taking his spot at this point. Again, if they earn it and if they beat him and they take the spot, that's another thing. But Mike, right now, Aaron Rodgers on a pitch count with about 40 to 50% of the snaps.
I get it. I prefer, get the reps in, get acclimated with the guys. But it's not his first year here, so I understand and slowly ramping into it. Okay, I'm for it. I'm going to trust McCarthy. He knows what Aaron Rodgers can do. Rodgers knows the offense. He knows most of the guys. I'm willing to give it a chance. But, Ryan, the first time I see one of these,
I know.
Are we all going to go, why was he limited in training camp?
Yeah.
To me, that's a fair question to ask and some fair criticism.
Do you want to see him in the preseason?
plays here and there.
That's what I want to say. I want to
like a drive.
Right.
Drive in the first game. The second game, maybe play half of the first quarter. And then after that, just shut them down.
Right. So again, on a pitch count, Aaron Rodgers 40 to 50% of the snaps to start practice. That's going to change, Mike. That does say this week as well as in the note. It said this week, and again, they're already most of the way through the week, only having a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday left in the acclimation period of the camp process. Mike, they are on the new time, the 11 o'clock, which is working out to be about 11:20 starts, from what I understand so far, under Coach McCarthy. Here running his first camp, of course, from town, right here from Pittsburgh, went and won a Super Bowl with Green Bay, was a Pitt Panther assistant coach back in the day, back home coaching his hometown Pittsburgh Steelers, his very first camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Again, if you want to get out to the camp, guys, it's going to go all the way just past the first preseason game, which the first preseason game is 15 days from right now. The Green Bay Packers, 2 weeks, 1 day away from the Green Bay Packers coming right here to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to take on our Steelers in the preseason, Mike, and then also 46 days only until we kick off right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania against the Atlanta Falcons to get this season going. And a little bit I'm reading this morning, Mike, they don't know what the hell they're going to do at the quarterback position down there between Tua and Penix. They're not sure where they're going to go. And are either one of these guys going to be good enough to make it worth it for that Atlanta Falcons team, I wonder.
And Tua got hurt. We just talked about yesterday saying he needs to be healthy. He got hurt, and then they signed Cooper Rush. So who knows, man? We might be facing Cooper Rush in week 1.
And I hate them kind of games because I would almost rather face a Tua in the first game than a Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
That's
I know what I'm getting out of Tua.
Right. That's
Cooper Rush, he can have a Cooper Rush can shit the bed or have a play out of his mind.
That sometimes comes back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah, it's like in hockey. You get that backup goalie. You're like, that no-name goalie. You're like, hell yeah. Like, oh, shit, man, we can't score on.
Let's go here. Let's go to Somber. He says, like the dude with the tank from The Walking Dead, one-eyed Bry. Can't tell if he's winking or blinking. Here's the one I think that you were looking at, Mike. Vegas says, where's the dummy? He's sitting in front of the monitor. And then Sauce replies in such a way. He says, shut your bitch ass mouth, Vegas. You leave Mike alone. Shut your whore mouth.
I was dying. Thank you, Sauce. Thank you. But it's okay. Vegas is fine. Vegas is a friend.
Dummy's looking good.
Yeah, it is. He's looking good.
Especially the guy with the sunglasses also looking good back here, too. Looking good over there. Let's go right here, Sauce. We did get that. Fox News. Somber was laughing. Let's grab Somber. He says mainstream media is clueless about the please say it for me. Intricities.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to attempt it, but you kept going.
They just cover the main storylines. It's honestly pathetic. I agree with you. Intricities. I know the word. I just can't say it.
Yep.
What happened to journalism?
See, I can say it in my head.
Yes, in my head it sounds perfect, and then I go to move my lips and it just comes out like.
See, no. I'm thinking about it. I can't say it.
That sluggish look when you look at Mark Kaboly's face, like that's what it feels like when I'm trying to say that word. I just picture that weird sluggish face. Yes. Let's go right here. Somber says this Bengals already fighting each other at camp, by the way, if you needed a good laugh. I did, and that is great.
It was like Jamar Chase and some defensive back.
Chase right in the middle of it. Shocker. Jenny says this. Jen says McCarthy knows Cooper Rush inside and out. Intricacies. That's how you say it. That's the way my brain is saying it.
Thank you, Somber.
And even if it wasn't, I was going to say that's how my brain is.
Like in my head, I had it how you had it written.
Yeah.
Disconnect right here.
Sosh says this, Mike, 49ers running back Jordan James suffered a rib fracture in Monday's practice. He will miss some time. Malik Mustafa has a hamstring strain, neither practicing today. Obviously, the goddamn substance. And you know what? I think Tater just lost. I think his testicles just dropped, Mike, because again, he's the new 49er fan, and you can't like some of this news coming out, Mike. Again, we're not any different than anybody. We came in and a couple injuries right out the cut, so let's hope that again keep the injury bug out of here.
Yes.
Mike, we spoke kind of tongue in cheek yesterday about some of the rankings on Madden. Madden, of course, this is a big thing. People talk about this in real life, unbelievably.
Yes.
I love Madden. I grew up with Madden, Mike. These are some grades for the rookies for the Pittsburgh Steelers that come out. If you were a Madden football player, Mike Max, he leads the way for rookies, Mike, with the 75. 75 on Madden as a rookie tackle. That is not bad.
Wow, not bad for a guy who only has been playing football for a handful of years.
You're right. Also, Mike, on the Madden's ratings for Steelers rookies, Jeremy Bernard is at a 74. Not bad. A guy that has not caught a pass in the NFL, rookie, a 74. Dalen Everett, Mike, it comes in third with a 72. We might need him. We might need him more.
We aren't the only ones high on him.
No. Dunker comes in number 4 with a 72. Heidenreich, 69. 69.
Nice.
Drew Allard, Mike, next on the list. He comes in at a 68, tied with Weegen, who's also a 68. Rubio is 67. Robert Spears Jennings, a 65. And finally, Mike finishing the rookies list for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nowakowski comes in with a 61. A 61. So between 75 and 61, all these Steelers rookies, if playing Madden is your thing. Again, I did mention the 6 players that were 99s yesterday, so I wanted to at least get this information out about our rookies, Mike. Again, top of the list, Max 75 is a rookie right tackle, never played a snap. I like that number.
So do I. I don't know if I'm going to play Madden this year or not. But I always hate when I go in and like everyone's first round picks are high, then you get to the Steelers and they're like 72, 71.
Yeah,
like, get the fuck out of here.
I agree.
Let me play my video game in peace.
Also, guys, if you were heading out to camp, Mike, they have finished up at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. They finished the indoor facility. It has been completed for days through the week that there is inclement weather. A lot of times the Steelers had to wrap up practice at camp due to weather, Mike, but now they do have the indoor facility where they did, in fact, have their mobility workout yesterday where Joey Porter Jr. got his injury. So, again, that is there now. I think that's an advantage as well, Mike. It keeps you out there practicing when in the past you had to wrap it up.
Yeah, Watt was talking about it, I think it was yesterday, raving about it and said, like you said, it's great now we have a place to go inside into practice because before they'd have to go into like the high school gym.
Yeah.
And work out. Now they have a full indoor facility. It's going to be great, man. And this tells me they're not planning to ever have training camp anywhere else besides Latrobe.
And you figure this is Super Bowl 60, and they've had 59, the last 59 camps at Latrobe. So I agree. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, Mike. And I think that this could go along with cementing that opinion.
Yeah.
Let's go right here to Vegas. He says Trans Francisco fans can't be too gay about the news.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Vegas follows us up by saying NCAA 27 has Vic's arm strength a 90, but Steve Young a 93.
Some of these video games, man, they just crack me up.
And probably 2 of the best southpaws that I could think of. It's certainly in my life between those 2 quarterbacks. For sure, Steve Young and Michael Vick. A couple things, Mike, also Steelers edge group. We talked about them earlier, possibly seeing, TJ Watt moving around a little bit more, trying to get him to be more effective in the defense. He's been studying, Mike. They say that TJ's been watching a good bit of Max Crosby in the way that Patrick Graham played him in Las Vegas the past couple years. Mike, the Steelers edge group amongst according to CBS Sports rankings has our edge group at number 3 overall in the league. And I got to be honest with you, I think that having the 3 starters, basically, it isn't like we have 2 starters and 1 guy on the way. All 3 of these guys, they're starters in this league. Number 3 overall, I'm satisfied, and I agree. I don't know if there's a team that I can think of that has, all in all, a better edge rush room. Maybe a better edge rusher.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, number 3 because we got 3.
Yeah, and especially if they all stay healthy this year. And they're going to start moving Watt around. If that can bring back some effectiveness in some splash plays. 3 kind of sounds right because, like you said, it's for the overall totality of the room. Like, individually, collectively they're better than they are individually, if you know what I mean. Like, they're all really good players, but collectively that group might be one of the best in the NFL, especially if they're healthy. And then if Jack Sawyer can continue to develop, I think that will push that room even higher in these rankings. Not that matters, but like the production you're going to get out of that edge group can be going off the charts this year.
You're right, and that's one thing that people keep forgetting to mention, Mike, is Jack Sawyer when you are talking about that particular group, because at the end of the day, if he continues to improve off of what he did as a rookie season, multiple interceptions, the edge rusher room is tough. Again, I'm not going to disagree with CBS. They have him at 3. And again, I don't know what everybody else has going on right now. People have camp, and I'm not in the 31 other camps, but I do know, Mike, that what we do have, if these guys play their potential, and again, don't get bit by that injury bug, it can be really good for the Steelers. And let's hope that's the case with the new defensive system, the new defensive coordinator, and, fix some of the problems that we've had. Again, we should be all over quarterbacks, in my opinion. There's sometimes that you're watching games and there's just no pressure on a quarterback, and you're thinking, why? Why is every time I turn around, our backfield has somebody else's edge rusher in our backfield? Why is it we're never in somebody else's backfield? So again, those are things that we do need to fix, improve on, and see get better as we do move forward. Let me grab Chris right here. Christopher says this: Broderick Jones, he did talk to him at camp today. The word is Broderick Jones said he's 100%, according to Christopher, Mike, at camp today. All week he's going to be at camp. Broderick Jones saying he's 100%.
I hope he is, man. I hope he is. It'd be a nice piece to have.
And just yesterday, we just announced that he was cleared.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 2 days ago, we didn't know if he was going to be available for camp. We didn't know if he was going to be available for the regular season. We didn't know what Brojo's situation was, but Chris is saying, like, 100%. So, for Broderick, that's good for us. It's beneficial, and we'll certainly take it.
Yeah, I'll take it, man. Like we said earlier, if we get hit with that injury bug, knock on wood, hopefully we don't. We know if he can come back healthy, we have a capable backup that could come in and be a starter. He was a starter last year at the left side. If tragically something would happen to Furtado, we have someone that we can put in there that the team can trust. And they know what they're going to get out of him. He's not an unknown quantity. We know his strengths. We know his weaknesses. We know how to play, game plan around that. So it's, beneficial to have him back. Absolutely.
One thing also I'm seeing here about Roman Wilson, Mike, DK Metcalf makes the comment. He says this: one thing that he's noticing about Roman Wilson in his improved play and, of course, his new confidence, Mike, and also working with the route god a lot during the offseason, getting together with Aaron Rodgers. One thing that DK did say about Roman Wilson, Mike, he's noticing that he's not second-guessing himself. And if this thing does come down to confidence, that goes a long way. Between the ears, that's what they say. 90% of the games from the neck up.
You're doing. You're not thinking. You're reacting. You're playing football like how to do. It's finally it's clicking for him.
Yeah, I love to hear it because again, I'm a Roman guy. I've been pulling for him for a couple of seasons now, or however long he's been here, and again, he just does need to get that opportunity because again, like one fumble last year for me as a fan, that's not. I don't think the guy should not be getting the opportunities. And again, same with Caleb Johnson. At the end of the day, I don't know if he just didn't bring anything else with him to put it on the table. But again, it just seemed like after their mistakes last year, they kind of got shut out. And if you're in a playoff run at the end of the year, I understand that.
Yeah.
Pulling KJ from a mistake in game 2 and still not getting playing time in game 17 is kind of effed up to me. But at the end of the day, again, Roman, you're in a playoff push at the end of the year. You got to win these games. You don't want mistakes like this. And I kind of get it, but I'm ready for some Roman Wilson.
Yeah, me too. I let him get in there, the good, bad, the ugly. He has film out there to where you can see, what he can do when you get the ball in his hand. Yeah. He can be a playmaker. Let him go out there and make plays. Him and Jeremy together working the inside, I think could be a deadly combination.
Mark Malone says we need to get Father Maxwell more involved. I think that he was up there.
He blessed the field.
He blessed the field. So I guess that's all we could ask for at this point. Father Maxwell, of course, making miracles happen last January as the Steelers dramatic fashion, Mike, knocking the Baltimore Ravens out of the playoffs as they beat them for their 10 out of 11th regular season game. Keep that in mind as the Ravens are top of the odds, Mike. They're the third highest third highest best chances to be a Super Bowl team this year. The Baltimore Ravens, if you can even believe that.
Yeah, you know, they did get Madubuike back this year or today in practice. He was, you know, their stud D lineman, but we even beat the Ravens with Madubuike, so that doesn't scare me.
Yeah, I've seen that Lone is playing that Vega Lone is playing very good. They're really high on him.
Fuck really, that guy.
Yeah.
Who name me a good player to ever come out of Penn State besides Joey Porter and Drew Aller.
Probably Franco and Jack Ham. Besides that, I don't know.
Besides those four right there, and Pat Freiermuth.
Kevin is saying, I want to see Howard ball out and take the quarterback. And he may. And the thing is, I mean, I think the opportunity is certainly going to be there for him. But again, I think this was the right way to do it. Let's go here to. I also do want to say, absolutely, Chris. I'm looking at the end of the week, just the way our schedules play out. But again, if you want to call in tomorrow, if you want to call in an update, see what you were seeing, that would be totally fine. Do connect with us through our email address, and we will make that happen. Vegas says this 90% of the game is half mental. Yogi Berra. Let's also go to this is back-to-back days, Mike. We heard reference to amazing catchers. Yesterday was Johnny Bench in the Krylon commercials, and today Yogi Berra. Somber.
They don't make them like Yogi Berra anymore.
No, they don't. Somber says this. I just saw a picture from Kabuli. They had Rogers out there with the red helmet cap playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, like Ryan said, "Oh my God, don't let him play that."
What else is going on? Somber says this. He says, "Oh my God, I saw the video of Shamar Stewart's injury. That's gross. Knees don't." I'm picturing it. I didn't see it, but the way you're explaining it, I totally know exactly what you're talking about.
Don't want to see it, but my morbid curiosity is going to make me watch it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how that goes, guys. That's what I always say, Mike. You're always one play away from ending your whole career.
That's why I don't blame these guys for trying to get their contracts as soon as they can.
Absolutely.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
You're right. So, guys, we have 46 days left till we kick off right here in Pittsburgh against the Falcons to kick off the season. 15 days. Mike, tomorrow when we do our show, we're going to be 2 weeks out from the Steelers' first game against Green Bay. That, of course, is the preseason game. We are this close, guys. So, day one of camp today. Guys, if you are heading to camp, the parking lots do open at 8:15 in the morning tomorrow. Also, the gates open up at 8:30. Practice has been starting. They're saying it's about 11:20 starts this week. Of course, this is the acclimation period at camp. But if you are making your way there, do get registered before you go so you don't have any headaches when you do get there. You can go to Ticketmaster or Steelers.com and get that taken care of. They just scan it right off your phone. Again, this is at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Westmoreland County, guys. If you are putting it in your GPS, the entrance is at the entrance is at the intersection of St. Vincent Drive and also Browers Road. If you are getting out there, we do have practice through the rest of the week all the way till Sunday. Sunday they will be off, and then Monday they come back with pads on. So this is how it's looking right now. Again, through next week, Mike, and then Saturday Night Lights next Saturday. And after that, of course, the following week we'll be playing the Packers, and then just a couple days after the Packers, the Steelers will wrap it up at St. Vincent College and head back to the South Side to start practicing at their regular facilities as we start inching and getting a little bit closer to the regular season opener against the Atlanta Falcons.
So close, dude.
I can't believe it.
So close.
I got it. How about this, Mike? Why don't you go tell everybody about the website? We're going to get into this question of the day.
Everyone, check it out, the2dumbyinzers.com. I got a fresh new article up there. I think I had like 7 or 8 talking points about Steelers news today leading into the first day of camp. So check that out at the2dumbyinzers.com. We got that. We got all of our social media links over there. We got links to the merch store. So check it out at the2dumbyinzers.com.
.com.
Go check it out. Lots of cool stuff over there. Mike does a lot of work. The guys do a lot of work over there over at the website. Go check it out. www.the2dumyinzers.com. That's www.the2dumyinzers.com. Vegas, we're on the opposite side of the city. It's a trek to get over to Westmoreland County. It's a lot of farmlands, but we're on the opposite side. If you were looking at a map, so it would be like going to camp for us as well. But we are going to make it out there. I do want to see Chris. Keep me posted, Chris. Guys, let's get into the question of the day. Mike, all week long. This is day 3 this week, and every day there was interception questions. Of course, Ike Taylor and Joey Porter Jr. These were things that we were talking about. I'm going to stick with the theme today. We're going to stick with interceptions because we haven't been getting a lot of interceptions, as people were saying, and Joey hasn't. So we're going to have a lot of interceptions here on the show this week to kick off camp. So what we're going to do, it's going to be a little different today with this question of the day. So put your thinking cap on. Everybody on the board do the same. Everybody at home, this is what we're going to do, Mike. I'm going to ask you a question. You could have help from the board. The board could have help from you as well. Let me give you the question, and it's going to be like this. I need from you at least 6 of the top 10 Steeler interception leaders through Steeler history. And I'm going to give you a hint, Mike. None of them are previous before the Super 70s teams. It's going to be people you know. The top 10, I have the top 10 names and the amount of interceptions they've had in their career in Pittsburgh. Like if you would say like a Rod Woodson, you wouldn't, all of his interceptions wouldn't, it would be his Pittsburgh interceptions. So the question of the day, I need 6 out of the 10. Can you name 6 of the 10 top Steeler defenders by way of interceptions? I need 6 out of 10. Take a minute to think that over. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. every day, right here on the Tube.
On Tube.
So, again, throw your guesses up on the board. I know that some of them are going to be super easy. Some of them are tough, though. Mike, I have the top 10 most interceptions by Merce Chardman, then all tortillas says. I have the top 10 interceptions, players with interceptions for the Steelers all time. And again, they all come after the steel curtain period. So it's nobody from back in the day, no tricks. I just need 6 of these names for this daily trivia to be correct. Mike, what is your thought process so far on trying to figure out who these players are?
Mel Blount.
So Mel Blount. So this is all right.
Take Mel Blount. Carnell Lake.
Okay.
Deshae Townsend.
Okay.
Donnie Shell.
Okay.
Rod Woodson.
Okay.
Jack Ham.
Okay.
Damn.
And I haven't indicated if any were right or wrong.
Chad Scott.
I'm just indicating that I received your answer. Vegas
Troy Polamalu.
Vegas on the board is suggesting Ham as well. Okay, Chad Scott, Polamalu. Okay. And again, I need 6 out of 10. The
They
top
play really gay.
Okay.
I think that was. I think I threw out 10 names. I'm gonna go.
Okay, so that's your 10. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, Mike, that you got 5 correct.
Oh.
You needed 6. You got 5. The list goes like this. I'm going to start from the top, Mike, at the very top. Of course, Mel Blount with 57 interceptions as a Steeler.
Yeah.
Number 2 with 52, Jack Butler, also from the same team.
Oh.
He did not get that one. So right now, 1-1. Number 3 on the list, Mike, is Donnie Shell with 51. You did get that correct. Number 4, I'm sorry, Rod Woodson, that you also got correct. That was with 38 interceptions in Pittsburgh. He got over 70 in his career. So right now, Mike, out of the first 5, you do have 3 of them. This is where we started to slide. Dwayne Woodruff is next on the list with 37. Dwayne Woodruff, of course, on the big teams in the 70s. Mike Wagner next on the list.
Did I say Mike Wagner?
You did not. 36 interceptions for Wagner.
Damn it. I was picturing that.
Number 7. Number 7 on the team, Jack Ham. Jack Ham with 32, and he's ranked as 7, but he's tied with 2 other players with 32. They are Darren Perry.
Oh, another one I was thinking.
Troy Polamalu. So Polamalu, Perry, and Ham, all 32. And number 10 on the list is Jack Lambert with 28 in his career. No Chad Scott, no Deshae, no Carnell Lake. Again, you did get Blunt. You got Shell. You got Woodson. You got Ham. You got Troy. You missed out on Butler, Woodruff, Mike Wagner, Perry, and Jack Lambert.
I really was thinking Wagner and Perry. Like really good, underrated safeties. But I was like thinking there might have to be some outside the box guys.
I would have went Carnell Lake as well. I mean, for one, not only did he was really good, he played corner and safety.
But he was more
a Pro Bowler at both positions.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Perry was more the center fielder roamer guy, and Carnell was more the strong safety. But I was picturing Mike Wagner because he said he had the best view of the steel curtain. Like, and he would say there are games that I would walk off the field and my jersey would be clean because I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, this guy saw it all, and he was a damn good player and had a huge interception in the Super Bowl.
I got to be honest, Mike. Joey Porter Jr. ain't that far off. If he gets 25 more sacks, he's going to tie Jack Lambert for number 10. So, I mean, it's doable. I mean, it's not off to a great start, but it's doable. Again, Mike, it looks like there's Mel Blount, 57 interceptions as a Steeler. Jack Butler, 52 interceptions as a Steeler. Donnie Shell, 51 interceptions as a Steeler. Rod Woodson, 38. Again, that compares, that's just about half of his career. He has about 71, I think, overall, if I'm not mistaken. Dwayne Woodruff, Mike, comes in number 5 with 37 interceptions. Mike Wagner, 36. Then the 3 that are tied at 32. Jack Ham, Darren Perry, and Troy Polamalu. And finally, number 10, Jack Lambert, 28 interceptions. So there you go. But I got to be honest with you. There was good names. You were naming some good ones there. And
like got a big play with the game. I know he had big plays, but he bounced. He wasn't going from here, the Cardinals and back. Lambert is the one that threw me for the loop.
Yeah.
Because Ham was more known for dropping into coverage too.
Yeah. And I mean, Lambert was 10, so I mean, that all makes sense.
Yeah. Let's go. Being in the middle of that defense, that front four just doing what they have to do. Good spot to get picks as a middle backer.
Vegas says he had Ham, Troy Lambert, Shell. Christopher had Woodson. Kevin Reed had Woodson, Woodley. Not bad. Different one there. Deshae Townsend, of course. Troy Polamalu. Vegas Mike, he says this. He says you were thinking about Katy Perry, possibly, on that pick. So there you go, guys. Camp. My day 1 is over. Tomorrow, day 2. Again, into the weekend. They're off Sunday. Back at it next week in pads. It's everything's in motion. Everything is in motion. I got to be honest with you. Also, I do want to say football in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, our soccer team, they are at it tonight, Mike. They're hosting the Tulsa FC team. That's a 7:00 start over at the stadium. And then also, Mike, the Pirates played this afternoon. I believe they are still going. I didn't check the score. But tomorrow, the Steelers will be back at it in day 2 of camp, and we'll be here for that, as we will be the whole way. Hopefully, until we're raising that Vince Lombardi trophy in February, Mike, on Valentine's Day is what we are all hoping for, of course.
Hell yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to get into that and so much more, keep you updated live as everything is still going on, to get into all the new scoop stories and information from Pittsburgh Steelers training camp as we are heading into day 2, if you can believe it. And we will be tomorrow, Mike, just 2 weeks out from our preseason game against Green Bay right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then tomorrow will be about 45 days from the opener. Let's go here to Kevin. Kevin said this. He said they were all after the steel curtain era, but 4 were on the list.
I think he meant to say they were
steel
none
curtain
of them
era
were from before the era.
Nobody from like the Byron Wizard Johnson days or the I apologize.
Kevin, you'll learn to understand what Ron's trying to say sometimes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, nobody. I should have said everybody from the Super Bowl era is what I should have said. But I apologize. I thought I heard him say
I think
that.
that's what you were trying to say. You were trying to say from the Super Bowl era on.
Yeah.
I think you said from no one from before the Steel
Correct.
Curtain era. When you meant to say no one from before the Super Bowl era.
That is actually correct. But I apologize, guys. But that is the way that
Yes,
it looks.
pile on Ryan right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Pile on.
Quit looking at my winking.
First it was your forehead, then it was your winking.
And then neither of us could have say intricacies.
I still can't. I'm surprised that you were.
I'm surprised I got it out, man. I took that one on faith.
I seen if it was written in front of me again, like the way he had it written before, I'd be able to do it. We'll be back tomorrow. Mike, your thoughts today's show?
Man, it's nice to see them out there practicing. It's nice to see that we're attacking the middle of the field already in the offense. Defense looking good. Seeing a lot of different things out there. I like the way that they're rotating the young guys and getting them on offensive line, getting them first team reps, but getting a lot of second and third teams get their feet wet. I like the way everything is progressing, man. And this training camp is going smooth. I'll be first day of practice.
Hey, we got Aaron.
We got through without an injury.
We got our 42-year-old quarterback playing linebacker, catching passes. What can go wrong? Just kidding. Well, no, not just kidding. That's actually happening, but hopefully nothing goes wrong. Somber says, football's back. Let's fucking go, baby. Y'all have a wonderful day, my man Somber. You stay safe. Have a good one out in L.A., yourself, Vegas as well, everybody. A couple things before we do wrap it up, Mike. I want to say this. It is football season. Football is coming at us really fast, and if you are getting ready and you want to get your drink on, you might as well give our friends a shot at Duquesne Pilsner. Mike, now at Giant Eagle, we have 6 and 12 packs available, and wherever cases are sold. Get your Duquesne Pilsner. The guys over there certainly do us favors, so we like to do the same for them. If you're not a big drinker, that's fine. Go check them out on social media. Hit the follow button. It'll all help them out over there. Good people, help them guys out. Also, I do want to say, Mike, we do have Duquesne Pilsner here on tap at our studio for every event that does come along, brewed right here in Western Pennsylvania, and it says on the can, grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
Also, I do want to say, if you do go to hunt Duquesne Pilsner down, check us out as well, guys. We're all over social media as well. You can find us at Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, even TikTok. Swing by, hit the follow button, keep up with what's going on with the Two Dumb Yinzers on a day-to-day basis. And finally, if you haven't yet, do hit the like button down below. Hit the like, the sub, the share, leave a comment. It all helps in the algorithm and sends stuff out to where more people could see it. We certainly do appreciate all that. Thank you so much. And we'll be back tomorrow to get into a lot more. I have a couple other notes, but I'm going to hold off on these ones until tomorrow, Mike, because there is a lot going on this week. And of course, I'm going to try to keep everything stretched and put everything in the right place as we go along, as we are back from our summer break. And I got to be honest with you, Mike, I was kind of at first not nervous, but to get back into it after the longest break we've taken ever.
Yeah.
In the 5 years of our show, the 11-day break, everything is coming back together and going very well. It's coinciding perfectly with Pittsburgh Steelers training camp. So everything is on the right steps here in Western Pennsylvania, baby. We're moving. We're getting there. It's getting there, my man.
It's getting there. It's getting close. A couple things. More injuries racking up. Chris Brazzell, a receiver we talked about during the draft process, later round pick, he just blew out his knee. Suffered an LCL injury. He's out 8 weeks. Injuries, stay away from the
I hope
Steelers.
this isn't the theme of the league this year. That's one thing I want to say.
My God, all these young guys going down. Father Maxwell, get out there and keep blessing the field. Let's get some witches out there, burn some sage, whatever we need to do to stay healthy.
Also, Mike, with again 3 of our defensive backs from the first minute they show up. Of course, they are already on the PUP list. Maybe Aaron Rodgers will be a cornerback tomorrow. We will see. Let's hope that that's not the case. Again, I don't want any more pushing sleds incidences or anything like this that went down in the past. Let's not feed into this injury bug and continue it. Let's make things get better, hopefully, as we do move forward. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to get into day 2 of camp. Again, still no pads. They will come on Monday. But if you are heading down there to camp, do make sure to get your registration taken care of before you go at Steelers.com or Ticketmaster.com. The parking lot opens up at 8:15 a.m. Gates 8:30, and of course practice will be kicking off roughly at 11:20 tomorrow. Through this first week, it is acclimation week as they get acclimated to everything at camp in Latrobe. I do want to say this. I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out and checking us out today. We certainly appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. We wouldn't do this without you. Thank you so much for everything. I want to say thank you to everybody on the board. You guys always keep the show interesting, as you are the lifeblood of this show. It revolves around you, and it always will revolve around the voice of Steeler Nation, baby. That's what we set out to do, and that's what we're going to continue to do with the Steelers show. And I also do want to say everybody else at home, maybe you're at the gym, in the car listening, perhaps at work, trying to round out your day. I want to say thank you to you as well. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to get into it. Mike, tomorrow's Thursday already, and that does mean it's only going to be 2 weeks away from the Steelers' first preseason game. So, guys, it's all coming. It's coming fast, and we'll be here for every step of the way tomorrow with all the live scoop as it happens and all the news stories, news, and everything else all tomorrow. Michael, anything before we wrap it up for today?
As my camera gives out on me. Great show, everyone. I do want to say I love how everyone refers to me as Vanilla Thunder in the comments. You guys are proof positive that my haters, the Vanilla Thunder's haters on Twitter, who try to say no one calls me Thunder, you guys really do call me Thunder. So thank you for that affirmation.
Who says they only calls you Thunder?
It's someone like Vanilla Thunder. He tweets out, and people go, someone was mad at me. It's like, no one calls you Thunder. I'm like, bitch, yeah, they do. Monday through Friday. Come check it out.
Oh, F them. F them.
F them haters online. I got my haters right here where I need them. I keep them close. Vegas and Cody.
And they're on the list.
I just had to get that off my chest.
And you know what I got to accomplish today, Mike? I actually got to say bye, Felicia, to an actual Felicia.
Our days, you can't get any better than this, brother.
That's what it's all about, guys. Again, we'll be back tomorrow to get into everything as Steeler Camp does go into day 2. I want to thank everybody one more time before we do take off for today. I hope everyone has a safe one right here in Western PA. It's about 77 degrees, so not too bad here. I know I will enjoy some evening time weather, Mike. So everybody, I hope you do the same. And if it is hot, do stay hydrated. Stay out of trouble. We'll see everybody back at the regular time tomorrow. Mike, anything? I'm going to come around to you. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Have a good one, everyone. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the two dumb Yinzers, for Derpy, for Finch, for RB, for Chop, Mike, myself, and the two dumb Yinzers. Everybody have a great hump day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Have a great one. Bye-bye.